I didn't even know what we were doing, man.
That's
God
the problem. You don't know what you're doing.
It's going to be
You're
the
right.
hugest Holocaust. It's going to be the best Holocaust. It's going to be the greatest.
Fuck. Right away.
The
I don't
Holocaust.
care what Jordan says. The Nazi salute's not an appropriate way to support your political affiliations.
That's right.
Okay, Peter. Anyway, good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review, Beer Dweebs United, and yeah, we're here. Here we go again. First and foremost, Nicholas, what are you drinking tonight, sir?
I'm going to be drinking something from Bridge Brewing, The Grinch. Ooh. It is a winter seasonal ale, 6.5% ABV.
How about yourself there, Lisa?
Creemore Springs Oktoberfest. The 12 packs were on the discount thing, so I grabbed one of those. Tried it.
Was it the mixed 12 pack?
No, it's the Oktoberfest.
12 pack of all just Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
Okay. 12 Creemore Marzens.
Yeah.
How about you, Christopher?
Well, I'm going with the strong one now. We're going to go with that Smutty Nose Brewery Company, the Baltic Porter. Right here. Try it out.
I'm going to start with one from our good buddy Greg. And this was $1.25 a bottle. So I'll give it a second shot. This is the Stonewall Light. This is the one that both me and Lee actually did not like.
Yeah, just hold on with this good buddy stuff, okay? You speak for yourself, pal. Not all of us are good buddies with that bum. He's another loser like Nicholas here. A bum.
Shut the fuck up.
And we will also be taking part again in Beer Facts, tapping our knowledge. I've separated the cards we still have to play and the cards we've already used, so yeah.
Yeah,
all the cards to Chris.
Listen, Commissioner Rhino or whoever you are, I don't know what they done. Did they appoint you to Commissioner of the Federation or something? I'm not quite sure.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to tell you all right now, I've been thinking on this for a week now. I am the champion. I don't need to be in this match. Everyone else should be in this match trying to become number one contender to go after the champion. This is an official protest.
You can protest all you want. It's not going to matter.
I knew it. They're all out to get me. They're all out to get me. They thought
and you know why? Because the Albino Rhino said so.
I'm going to go to Jack Tunney. I'm going to go above your head.
Isn't Jack Tunney dead?
It doesn't matter. He's still more important than you are, you bum.
Most people are more important than I am. So, again, we're...
You ever see that Kids in the Hall episode where one guy was like the Eradicator?
The Eradicator!
That's what Chad sounded like when he was saying, I'm the Albino Rhino, that's why. The Eradicator!
This smells like skunk and lime.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Those are the ingredients, I think, if you look close enough in the bottle.
Skunk and lime.
Just like those that raspberry, that fake raspberry flavoring, the castor oil.
Oh.
Except for from the skunk.
Oh.
Lime skunk.
From the anal glands of road-killed skunk.
No, it's usually beaver. It's usually coming from a beaver.
Yeah, they're going for the road-kill skunk.
No, I just think this is a kind of different animal. This is where they get the skunk juice from.
Coolbeer.com. Brewed and bottled by Cool Brewery, Toronto, Ontario. But if you want a cheap beer, if you're really looking to get drunk, $1.25 a bottle.
Ugh.
If it's skunky, I won't even fucking touch it.
It's pretty skunky. Oh, yummy. Alrighty, guys. So, as usual for Beer Dweebs United, we will start with Canadian beer news. I suppose we'll do that, eh? Yeah.
You do that.
And Lee being the champion is not any news.
No.
That's right.
First and foremost, Granville Island Small Batch Series is continuing with a Mocha Porter. The Mocha Porter is 6% alcohol and 25 IBUs. The Mocha Porter will be available in 650 milliliter bottles in the brewery store and select liquor stores in British Columbia, Alberta, and Manitoba. So you can wait to see it reviewed by one of the BC guys, one of the Alberta guys, maybe a guy from Brandon, Manitoba. There you go. Next, Bose announces a trio of seasonal releases for December. So first is New Lang Syne, which they released last year, which is a Belgian-style triple aged in white wine barrels. It was a nice beer. Next is 80 Shillings, which is a Scottish-style ale from the Brewery Farm Table series.
Nice.
80 Shilling was, I believe, in the October edition of the brew box. And then they're coming back out with Bogwater. I don't know why that's a December release. It's been released already this year. But whatever. Because it's in a specially designed 750 milliliter cork and caged bottle instead of a 600 milliliter. I don't know.
I remember back in the day we used to be able to get from the Caledonian Brewery in Scotland. We used to be able to get the 80 Shilling.
80 Shilling from there was great, yeah.
One of my favorites of all time.
Phillips has 3 holiday beers out as well. They have the Mistletoe Imperial IPA at 9% alcohol, the Ancient Belgian Quad at 8% alcohol, and the Bass Shaker Oak-Aged Peach Sour at 4.8%.
Ooh.
That one actually is the only one that's kind of intriguing to me of those 3.
No, okay, no. What's a mistletoe?
Mistletoe, it's just a missile. It's a missile and it's a toad.
Oh, okay.
It's the art is a toad with a missile on its back.
Wow, that'd make a mess.
I know, eh?
Uh-huh.
Tool Shed from BC has their bourbon barrel aged stout coming soon. I wonder if they'll try and keep it away from that blogger that they fired.
Say Shed from BC. I thought they were Albertan.
I said Alberta, didn't I?
You said BC.
Oh, Alberta, whatever.
Same thing.
Whatever, same place.
Well, you knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
They're $10 a bottle with a limit of 3 bottles per person. $10 a bottle for a $6.50 of a bourbon barrel aged beer in a place like Alberta with the Albertan taxes probably isn't actually that bad.
Yeah. And hey, Toolshed's pretty good. So
yeah, they do some good beers.
Okay.
Henderson Brewing has continued its monthly Ides series with Put Your Scarf On Getty.
Okay. Oh, is this like a Geddy Lee reference of some sort? Or? Okay.
For the Ides of November, the brewery is offering Put Your Scarf On Getty, a 10% ABV dry-hopped Canadian Imperial Stout that uses rye to deliver a dry finish to the flavor of coffee and chocolate to dominate its upfront taste. The beer was named after Geddy Lee of legendary Toronto band Rush.
Toronto band? Oh, God.
Yeah, apparently Toronto band. And the best part is this is off of the Canadian Beer News, who are from Ontario as well, so they should know that it's not a Toronto band. But whatever. It's a Toronto band now.
Fuckers.
Yeah. Everything's Toronto. It's the capital of Canada. Haven't you heard?
Yeah.
And this they have 1,200 650 milliliter bottles that are going to be $9.95 per bottle, only in the brewery retail store. Blind Enthusiasm Brewing is planning a pair of breweries in Edmonton. I am triggered, sirs. I am triggered.
Yeah.
Blind Enthusiasm Brewing. It's a fucking glazed over eye as the insignia too. I am triggered. No, I really don't give a shit. Edmonton, Alberta.
Yeah, if you could only see that logo with the glazed over eye, then it might be really
An
offensive.
ambitious new brewery project has announced plans to open 2 distinct brewing facilities in Edmonton's Ritchie neighborhood in early 2017. Blind Enthusiasm Brewing is being spearheaded by Greg Zeschuk, a co-founder of video game developer BioWare, who has also served as host of online beer and travel show The Beer Diaries and an executive director of the Alberta Small Brewers Association. As noted above, the Blind Enthusiasm brand will encompass 2 different brewing locations in Edmonton. The first will be a brew pub that will feature an international-themed restaurant and a broad beer program featuring classic styles mixed with delicious experiments. And the second will be a production brewery several blocks away that will hold hundreds of barrels, feature a cool ship for spontaneous fermentation, and contain a brew house specifically designed for sour and farmhouse-style beers. Okay, it's great that you have a cool ship, but where are you going to get the proper wild yeasts that will actually ferment that? Are you going to plant these botanicals in the area too? But whatever. Head brewers have been hired for both facilities, with Bob Monk, previously of Yukon Brewing, and Spinnaker's Brew Pub, set to oversee the Brew Pub location, while Doug Cheknita, previously of Brew Brothers and La True de Diable, plus stints at Cantillon, will be running things at the Barrel House. Both facilities are expected to open in early 2017. That's pretty cool if you're in the Edmonton area.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody cares, right? Nobody cares. Dominion City Brewing Company in Ottawa, they have announced and done a video release this morning. Ottawa's Dominion City Brewery unveiled new branding for the company, as well as initial details of big changes coming next year. The new logo and slogan, makers of very good beer, have been rolled out in advance of facility expansion planned for early 2017 that will greatly increase the volume and variety of beer produced by the brewery, as well as allowing for an expandable taproom space.
What was the slogan again?
Makers of very good beer.
So we're going to put it in the fucking buyers' minds already that it's fucking good beer. It's kind of fucking being a little cheesy.
They're a little full of themselves. They haven't won anything yet, like me, who has won a title.
Small Pony Barrel Works launches this week in Ottawa. It's a brewery specializing in barrel-aged sour ales is about to release its first beers in Ottawa. Small Pony Barrel Works is planning to open a physical brewery location in Canada next year. But in the meantime, it is collaborating with other local breweries on limited edition small batch beers to establish its brand in the area. The first trio of Small Pony beers, Raspberry Golden Sour, Strawberry Blueberry Golden Sour, and Citra Golden Sour, were brewed at Evergreen Craft Ales, which is the very first brewery in Canada that is the very first craft brewery in Ontario, because there was the one in New Brunswick with Nicholas that was ran from inside a guy's house right out of his garage.
Oh, yeah.
And they are being offered to Evergreen Club subscribers this week, with the remaining cans going on general sale in the Evergreen retail store on Saturday, November 26th.
They need to make a My Little Brony brown ale or something like that.
Yeah, they're going to be doing a collaboration with Castle Brewery next, which will be brewed next week using 400 pounds of sour cherries.
Wow.
A lot of fucking cherries. Beachfire Brewing is now open in Campbell River, BC.
Yay.
Yay. Yeah, they're starting with a pale ale, an amber ale, a stout, and a blonde ale. That's all they have to tell you.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, great. Welcome to Beer 101, boys. I'm surprised they don't have an IPA.
District Brewing announces rebranding and a new beer lineup. District Brewing is out of Saskatchewan, Regina, Saskatchewan at that. According to District General Manager Joe Van Heeden, the brewery will be retiring Moose Knuckle. Yes, this is the brewery that was in its little lawsuit with Moosehead and said they were never going to change it because they had nothing to worry about because it didn't go with Moosehead at all. But apparently they're retiring Moose Knuckle. And they've decided to take the opportunity to build the district brand as a whole rather than focusing on one or two products. To that end, the brewery is now launching 4 new lagers. They're Fest Beer Marzen, a German Pilsner, a Bavarian Dark, and a West Coast Wheat. The new beers will be available in stores and bars by December 1st, and the remaining stock of Moose Knuckle will go on sale for the rest of the year before it's withdrawn from the market completely in January.
Why don't they just for Goose Toe?
Yeah, look for Goose Knuckle coming soon.
I just want to find somebody in Saskatchewan to get me a can of Moose Knuckle. If there's anyone from Saskatchewan that watches, get me a can of Moose Knuckle, please.
You just want someone in Saskatchewan to give you a Moose Knuckle.
You're right. I do.
Whatever the hell that is.
Hey, Foghorn Brewing opening today, and today was November 18th in Rothsay, New Brunswick. Rothsay?
It's New Brunswick. Who cares? They pronounce everything weird up there.
A new brewery featuring a well-known veteran of the local craft brewing scene will be opening its doors today, November 18th, in Rothsay, New Brunswick. Foghorn Brewing is being launched by Steve Russell and Andrew Esty Astabrooks, the former brewmaster at Picaroons.
See, I like the last name of this first guy. Sounds like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, Steve Russell does sound, So he was the brewmaster at Picaroons, and he spent last summer brewing at La Brasserie de Petit Saut.
Okay.
They will be selling glasses and growlers of a half dozen brands, including Constable Winchester IPA, Brian Stout, Golden Grover British Golden,
God.
Old Fort Winter Warmer, the Yellow Dart Session IPA, and Dunham's Run Insider.
Wait, did you say including? Were you trying to speak like a Japanese person? Like,
No.
oh, so including this.
Kuwata.
I like Dunham's Run Insider.
Dunham's Run Cider is actually it's a different brand. They're from Kingston Peninsula, which is north of Rosse.
Oh, isn't that cute? New Brunswick has geography.
Yeah, amazingly. Yeah, I tried to actually get a growler of their beer tonight, but they were closed by the time I got there.
There's a sign saying that no growlers sold to people in second place? Is that what happened?
Not exactly, no.
I'm pretty sure that is what happened.
I think that's what happened. I think everyone's heard now. Everyone's seen that you came in second.
Well, you don't want to be the one that comes first all the time.
Sure you do.
I come first and I come big.
It's going to be huge.
Huge.
Pronounced Gina.
Gina?
Well, you don't want to come to
Huge Gina.
Yeah. Skunk.
Great. While you're doing that, we do have some comments. Mr. Angus Wangus says, will they ever make a stout that tastes like indica hash?
What?
Oh, I'm sure it'll be coming. There's a lot of states now that are, I assume indica hash is some sort of pot product. I don't know. Perhaps I'm ignorant. Dullhand Brewing says, good evening, gents. Mr. Angus Wangus says, I'm starting a towing business. Camel towing.
Ah!
Wow.
Business name is taken already.
And Raining on Your Parade says, one of those macro companies need to make an organic lager. Budweiser Organic. Indeed.
Well, they basically have Budweiser Organic now. They have Mill Street Organic and the Mill Street 100th Meridian Lager.
Yeah.
And since they're now owned by Budweiser, sooner or later you're going to see them all over the world.
Yeah. Dr. Dave will be able to get some more.
I think what he means is an actual Budweiser branded organic beer made with 100% organic corn and rice.
Well, they're going to do that. What they'll do is they'll just make the Mill Street and put the Budweiser label on it.
Yeah. And only aged on purely organic, natural sourced bleached
sawdust.
beechwood.
Excuse me.
Beechwood sawdust.
Yeah.
So I drank the Kevin's Fault before we went online there, Chris.
Yeah.
As well as the Smoky the beer. I loved the Smoky the beer, but the Kevin's Fault, I did not like it.
Nope. Neither did I. But I told him that when we were there. Wasn't my favorite, but the fucking breakfast out there was great.
Yes. Plan B has some good beers, and they have a nice little location.
Mm-hmm. Parking's a bitch down there, but it's still
that's where you are. You're downtown St. Catharines.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you eat any of that kielbasa, Brian?
I'm going to after the show.
Oh, holding off. Surprised.
Okay. Let us start some news since nobody's talking to us. And remember, tonight we're going to do a round 2 of the trivia. So every few news stories, we'll stop. We'll do whatever comments are there, and we'll do a round or 2 of trivia.
Yeah.
First and foremost, this just proves that it's not only Canada that has this problem. A New Zealand brewer has recalled exploding beer cans.
Oh, good.
So basically, a New Zealand brewery had a new beer out in Sweden until cans started exploding. Sweden stopped selling it, and the brewer issued a voluntary recall and blames overcarbonation, which is what everybody seems to be blaming. I'm wondering how many times this is going to actually happen. It was a stout called Aero Noir, and it had an explosive finish and not the good kind. Sweden stopped selling it after reports of cans exploding, raining down what is described as a multi-roasted aroma with hints of pumpernickel bread, coffee, prunes, cocoa, tobacco, and licorice.
Hey, that might smell good if it exploded in your room.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
As long as it didn't explode in your hand.
As long as it wasn't full of poisonous spiders like everything else in New Zealand is full of.
Okay, here's something that I really found kind of intriguing. This is the second week for the second big brewer to have a chemical leak at their brewery. In England, like in the UK. Chemical leak at Heineken this time in Manchester. And it was another ammonia leak. This time nobody died, though.
Oh, well, that's good. I guess.
Stupid. No deaths.
Those dumb, limey fucks.
You gotta wonder, though, like, what's going on that these big breweries are having these so close together?
It's eco-terrorism.
You're having a yeast infection.
Or alcoholism.
Or it's Chris Peters. He's got a hate on for the Europeans there.
And America.
Yeah.
America.
And Jordan, but he's a good guy.
Huh. America.
Now, though we said we were never going to talk about him online again, that is a good segue. Maybe he'll start liking Big Rock again, because Big Rock Brewery CEO Bob Sarter has stepped down from being the CEO of Big Rock. He is moving on to be the Calgary Airport Authority president. So
From one fucking plane crash to another. Woo!
I actually laughed when I read this news story, because I'm sitting there going, okay, I understand that most people think that, when you've been a president of one company, you can be the president of any company. But what the fuck does a guy that runs a brewery know about running a fucking airport authority?
Maybe he went to school for it. We don't know.
Yeah.
Possible. Maybe he just, maybe nobody else applied for the job. And he got it.
The only thing I could see that he would know now, because of being a brewery president, is how to play with red tape. Because the alcohol industry in Canada, I mean, Alberta's probably the most lax with laws, not with taxation, but with laws itself. Probably the most lax in Canada, but it's still probably one of the most controlled fucking industries in the country.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But yes, so he is stepping down. He will be the president of the airport authority as of January 1st, and does not say who's going to be taking over. They have a search committee to find a person to take over for him.
It's going to be Brad. No, it's going to be Brad. It's going to be our buddy Brad. He's going to turn that place around, guys. Has everyone forgotten our buddy Brad? No one knows anymore?
No, I know who Brad is.
Okay.
I don't know who Brad is.
No, you don't know who Brad is. Brad is the Big Rock super fan.
That's right. Yeah.
Basically, Brad would always he would come home from work and stuff, and there'd be boxes on his doorstep from Big Rock. Brad lives in Calgary, and he would beer, and it took like 3 years of him basically saying he doesn't love their beer before they stopped giving him free beer.
Yeah. It's funny. He tried.
Maybe that's why the guy from Manitoba's ranting on their beer so much. He thinks he'll get free beer like Brad did if he just bitches about it.
No, he won't, because and here's a great comment, by the way. This is probably the most brilliant and astute comment I've seen on the chat in a long time. He who shall not be named of the Entrepreneur Power Hour, or should I say Ultrapreneur Power Hour, looks like that retard from the Goonies.
Oh, I love it.
Was that from Basement Beer Reviews?
It was from this fellow named Levite Witz. Levite Witz.
Interesting.
Oh, no, the guy from the Goonies was huge, though. He was huge.
Huge.
He was huge.
Huge.
He was a football player. I believe he died pretty recently after that. Well, soon after.
Didn't that commenter mean the woman from the Goonies? That's what Chris Peters looks like.
Oh, the mother?
Probably a little bit more accurate. Yeah, from the train one.
Yeah.
That's pretty much more accurate.
She was in a lot of fucking movies too, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
I see her. I can hear her voice and see her face in a lot of things. Any other comments before we move on?
No, other than I hate you.
Oh, who hates me?
Me.
Okay.
He does.
Forcing me to defend my title in what should be a #1 contendership match. An abomination, sir.
It's not your title anymore.
It's a fatal three-way.
Yeah, where's Greg?
Fix is in.
He's still trying to find where his pants are. He got a new car, It's his pants are probably in the old car.
Yeah.
That's funny. Working on the beer-umentary right now, Chadley.
Awesome. Yeah, so
like
I posted on the Facebook site, we basically thanks to Chris going, hey, I'll do all the local breweries with you. We've revitalized the beer-umentary segment of the Albino Rhino beer review, which is probably good because I always felt that in the almost year-long wait between them, because I usually only do them now when Nick and all them are down here, that I've lost some of my footing, some of my presence in the Ontario craft beer scene because breweries don't see me as often anymore, and now I'm out and about again.
Out in the boot.
Out in the boot. I mean, it's important. It's important to keep your face at places. Actually, we went to the LCBO today, and Chris was there with me. I got out of his car, and Nickelbrook was doing a drop-off, and their delivery guys, hey, the Albino Rhino! And he started talking to us about the beer he had in his truck and everything.
Nice.
Hewitt Reeves.
Hello.
Ewert.
Oh. Hello.
Oh, Ewert is here.
Hello.
Hello, governors.
Do I make you only, baby? Yeah. Randy.
Hello, Ewert, you filthy...
Hello, governor.
Hello, Ewert, you filthy wastrel, you. You dirty toe rag.
Shut up, you wanker, you bellend, you.
You bellend, you wanker.
You twat.
Okay,
Stop being a cant.
Holy fuck, guys! I know more about beer than everyone else, and I'm going to interrupt everyone because my opinion's more important. Who likes brewer's yeast?
Greg's here.
No, wait. You have to jump on camera, like with everything moving around, and then up your nostril, and then.
And they're like, "Hey guys!
Oh my fuck, fellas! You gotta try this fucking beer. I'm fucking serious, guys. You fucking gotta fucking try this fucking beer. My God, guys, I swear.
Yeah, this beer has been out since 2012, but in my experience, it ages for 20 years.
Yeah.
This beer would be excellent aged like about 40 years. I guarantee it.
I know you're English and you guys are the I know you're English and that's where, barley wines came from, but there's only two types of barley wines, English and American. And this one ages for 5 years, I think.
Chad's in there. Chad's in there. He's on board now, baby. I just aged this one for about 5 minutes, and it's fucking delicious.
Great.
It's like orange juice.
But it's even better when you age it in a magical fridge.
This is the Sweetwater Radler, the blood orange Radler. It's fucking delicious.
And it didn't explode on you.
How long can you age that?
I aged it for 5 minets. I just fucking told you what they fucking. You don't pay fucking attention now. What the fuck?
No, of course not.
I aged this one in my magical fridge.
Is that what you're actually drinking there, Greg? Utopias?
You said you aged it for 5 minutes, but how long could you age it for?
5
years?
5 years. Yep. Why not?
Yes, Lee, this is actual Utopia. I popped open my bottle today.
Nice.
I'm going to be drinking Side Launch Dark.
Ooh. You like the darkies.
It's crazy.
Well, at least he's not racist.
The Albino Rhino Underground Railroad.
Okay, I am going to do 2 more news stories, and we're going to do round 1 of, at least 1 round of trivia.
All right.
Now,
Oh, yeah, I
it
missed trivia
works
night last
is-
night. I'm pissed.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
still have
you
like
missed
50
it.
questions, don't worry.
Hey, by the way, can I make an announcement? I'd like to make an announcement.
Make an announcement.
Good gents, I'm drinking a beer tonight on BDU.
Oh my god.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Westbrook's Key Lime Pie Goza.
How is
Congratulate-
that? It's actually nice.
It's really good.
Congratulations, Jort. Your balls finally dropped. You're drinking a beer on BDU. That's fine. That's great. And count yourself lucky that you missed last week, that you missed getting totally dominated by me. Ask Nick how it feels.
I know, that's why I'm here. I'm here to take on the champ. I'm like the Colin McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather, pound for pound, the biggest piece of shit on the planet. All right, let's go.
I hear a lot of talk. I don't see a lot of walk, baby.
So there's a new law being proposed.
I'm actually just a jobber. I'm sorry. I'm just a jobber coming in.
You're the Brooklyn Brawler, man.
Curtain jerker.
Oh, curtain.
The gherkin jerker.
I'm sorry I interrupted. How rude.
The
of me.
pickle jerker.
Think about all the wrestlers that actually were kind of somebodies in other like territories before they came to the WWE. Well, WWF at the time. Like the Executioners were actually apparently a tag team that won matches before they went there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were just jobbers. Got beat up by the Rockers, and Demolition, everybody.
Rockettes.
Killer Bees, the Rockers. I'm dating myself. Sorry.
Yeah, there you are.
You're dating
So
yourself.
there's a new craft.
Nobody else will.
There's a new craft beer law. I'm full of fucking Peters. New craft beer law that has been proposed in Ireland to let breweries sell on site. So apparently you could go and visit breweries in the UK, but
What is
pretty
Guinness?
well, I was going to say that. I was going to say pretty much apparently other than Guinness, you couldn't buy them on site. I think Guinness might be because you technically kind of, from what I understand, you technically are in the building but aren't at the same time.
What is Tetley's?
Tetley's?
What is JW Lee's? I'm just naming all the UK breweries that I know. Is this the trivia?
No.
Oh.
Anyway, the new law would let them sell their beer on site. Apparently, they couldn't sell you beer by the glass or anything before, or sell you bottles to take home. And but I know that you could get beer at the Guinness plant. Greg, the better Greg, had a big comment on Facebook about this, saying that the person that proposed the law is kind of crazy, so he doesn't know how to feel about it, and he thinks it would only really help the small craft brewers in weird areas, but it could be a step forward at least for them.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It is a step.
Next news article, then we'll do some comments, and then we'll do round 1. And since Ewart wasn't here, we will go through the people. Each person gets to pick their topic. I read the question. They get to say an answer. If it's a multiple choice question and they get it wrong, whoever says steal first gets to try and get that point.
Okay.
Anyway, Carlsberg will pay you $14,000 to drink beer for 4 hours. It has to be Carlsberg beer. This is their the dream job promotion, which they did last year. Last year they only paid you $8,000, but this is being done in Singapore this year, so you have to be living in Singapore. They will basically give you a shit ton of beer, and you're supposed to promote the beer at a big party with a bunch of friends and everything.
Oh, so you don't just take it and drink it at your house by yourself?
No.
No, so you're supposed to be the Flavor Flav of Carlsberg, the hype.
Yeah. For 4 hours.
And in Singapore, what a bunch of racists.
Hey, if you paid me $14,000, I could drink almost anything for 4 hours.
Your own urine?
I said almost anything.
Okay.
Feces?
That I can't really. You'd have to chew on feces, and that's not really drinking it.
No, let's be honest, Rhino. In your case, it could be a drink.
Sometimes.
That's why I said feces.
Any comments, Lee, before we go to round one?
Yes, we do. We'd have another little batch of comments here. Thor the Hound says, in relation to the retard on the Goonies, he was huge, as Trump would put it. He also says, fucking shit. That was a lot of fucking fucks in one sentence that I've ever fucking heard. Fuck. Mr. Angus Wangus says, I'm drinking Guinness Extra Stout. Good stuff. Thor the Hound comes back with, what's a good vodka? I've been looking around, but nothing great.
I like Zabrovka.
How about Prince Igor?
Oh,
How about stop wasting your fucking time? Vodka's all shit. And I have no stake in that matter at all.
I just say buy something with flavor like whiskey.
Gin.
The only one who drinks vodka are like people who want to be skinny and aren't, or like divorcees and with their tonics and all that shit. So.
And old people.
You
want to drink alcohol? Don't like the taste of alcohol?
Are you saying I'm
They
old?
do
I
drink
like gin.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's what old people like, and that's fine if you do.
People that don't like the taste of alcohol but want to drink alcohol, kind of thing.
Exactly. You're there for the alcohol, not for the
Gin can be pretty tasty.
You don't like the minty taste of scope, so you'd rather just have full on alcohol. Malcolm Robb says, "Okay, since we are near the end of 2016 in Ontario, who has the best stout or stouts? Cheers, LOL."
Ooh. Put out this year?
Yeah,
I would say normally Bellwoods, but they're not bring out your dad this year. So.
Well, yeah, I would say Bellwoods puts out two of the best stouts in the province, period. But so does Sawdust City. I mean, the Blood of Cthulhu is amazing. Bloody Long Voyage to Uranus is pretty fucking good, too.
That's fun to say.
I would say, actually, what was the surprise? I think it was this year, right? It was that Cafe del Bastardo or whatever. Was that this year? Or was that last year?
Yeah, that was this year.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome by Nickelbrook.
Yeah, Nickelbrook's Bolshevik Bastard aged in barrels with coffee added. It was pretty fucking tasty.
You know what? That's been my annoyance this year is there's no coffee stouts on the market. Like there was one at Burdock that they didn't even bottle. You just had to try it there. And otherwise there's what's the other one that's really good? Péché Mortel or something? Like I haven't seen that at the LCBO at all.
No, that's true. I hadn't seen any either.
Stonehammer always makes their coffee oatmeal stout, but there's not much to it. It's fairly thin.
I also thought the one that Great Lakes did was Behind the Wavy Wall, and they had another one that they did was.
Behind the Wavy Wall is just a straight up Imperial Stout. The one you're thinking of is the Imperial Bout.
The Imperial Bout?
Which is absolutely fantastic.
That's right.
Well,
yeah, so a couple good stouts out of Great Lakes for sure.
Oh,
yeah, there's a lot of breweries that do good ones. I keep hearing that Barn Cat's Rat Queen is really good. I have a bottle of that still from Jamie, but I haven't had it.
Yeah, actually, that's good, yeah.
And
we're talking about a brewery that puts out stouts. I mean, we're talking like one-offs from a couple places, but there's a lot of places that do a bunch.
Yeah, like Sawdust City does a bunch of stouts throughout the year. They do the Skinning Dipping Stout, they do the Voyage to Uranus, and then they have the one-offs, which are like the Blood of Cthulhu and the Bloody Voyage to Uranus and all that.
I mean, other than Brook, is there an actual like Imperial Stout that you can get like all the time?
Wellington's Russian Imperial Stout's always available.
That's true. Yeah.
Is that an Imperial or like?
Yeah, it's an RIS.
Long Dark Voyage to Uranus, is that year-round or is that just limited?
It's not really year-round, but it usually seems to be year-round because they make so much of it.
And we have 3 troll comments from someone called Alan Bay. I just looked at his thing. He's one of these little losers with maybe like five subscriptions, and one of them is to Greg's beer reviews. So that pretty much tells you all you need to know about this guy. But he says I bet the Rhino takes it up the ass with his beer bottle. What one of you beer drinking? And then he asks, what one of you beer drinking homos wants a bitch slap? And then he says, I told you the Rhino hoops beer bottles. So
we got our troll for the
that's
evening.
weak, man.
Here's what I'd like to. Can I respond to that comment, sir? Please come to the May 2017 Beer Fest. All things to the Rhino in person. If you can do that.
Yeah, you can give him a bitch slap there.
Yeah, and then
he says,
"You're my bitch." Spelling error on the last comment. Make sure you bring that up.
You're my bitch, Rhino. He can't even spell Rhino
Yeah,
correctly.
Rhino spelled with
Or
an H
your.
class.
Or your, yeah. He fucked it. Like, you're an unintelligent piece of shit, sir. And you're a coward. All you are is trolling people on the internet.
Yeah, who
So
the fuck
next time,
trolls
the
people?
next time I log on to, next time I do this, I'll start up with the YouTube page open so I can give administration rights to Lee and Chris.
Okay.
Oh,
Means you have the ability to block people and everything else.
This guy's not even worth blocking. He's just a little bitch.
Anyway, round one. So again, for those of you that forget, we have Beer 101, we have Beerology, we have Buzzwords, and we have Pub Crawl. And Nicholas gets to start.
Let's go with Pub Crawl.
Pub Crawl for Nicholas. Which of these is not a Mexican beer? Tecate, Corona, San Miguel, or Victoria?
San Miguel.
Ding, 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 ding. Nick gets a first point of the night.
It's on, bitch.
Oh no, Lee can't win this time.
Next is Gregory.
Yeah, the good Greg.
What do you want?
Well, because you called me the bad Greg earlier, I'm getting Beer 101.
It's like the bad touch. It's like
I fucking hate you. This is the hardest cards to read.
What's the fourth category? Hold on, before you read this one. Pub Crawl, Beerology, Beer 101, and what else?
Buzzwords.
Buzzwords. All right.
Beverage can pull tabs were invented in 1942, 1952, 1962, or 1972.
I have no idea. I'm going to say 1952.
You are wrong, sir.
Steel.
You were
Still.
1972.
72 would be wrong as well. The answer was 1962.
Ooh.
Lee, you are up, champion.
I think
I'll
if you
pick-
steal, you should get a negative point.
Yes, I agree. I'll pick Buzzwords.
Okay, whoever steals gets a negative.
oh, sure, go
That
for
should-
the
that
easy
should
one,
make
Lee.
sense.
That's actually not bad, actually.
You said which one, sorry?
Buzzwords.
Buzzwords. This is the only way that Nick had all the points he had last time. Lambic, true or false?
Sure.
Lambic is the world's oldest style of beer.
False.
It says it's true.
Okay.
It's one for Lee.
I think the way they're thinking of it is just the idea of the fact that they were in open containers.
So
The
instead
wild.
of correctly saying wild fermented ale, they
Yeah.
went and said lambic, which is
lambics, which are actually
It's a specific regional style, yeah.
But it
Oh,
says on the back here, lambic ales are wheat ales left in the open containers so that wild airborne yeast.
And they're not all
No,
bleached
fermented.
wheat ales either.
No, I'm
This was
sorry.
the way
It's-
beer was brewed for millennia.
I see how this is all fixed towards me now. You see what I'm up against, people? You see what the champ is up against? It's all fixed. It's already, they got the daggers stuck in my back.
He's the Donald Trump of beer trivia.
Well, we have talked about how some of these questions are kind of incorrect a little bit.
Kinda.
No,
I
the
think
card
he wrote
said
these
moops. The
questions.
card said moops.
Yep.
Now the
Christopher,
Rhino-
you're up.
Let's do Buzzwords.
Buzzwords for Christopher. This is a multiple choice, so if he gets it wrong, you can try and steal, but you'll lose a point if you get that wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Oktoberfest originally started as a harvest festival, a baptismal celebration, a wedding party, or a brewer's holiday.
First one.
You think it was a harvest festival, and you would be incorrect, sir.
Fuck.
Ooh.
A brewer's holiday.
Anyone? Anyone going to steal?
What were the options again?
The other ones are baptismal celebration, wedding party, or brewer's holiday.
What was the question?
Steal, brewer's holiday.
Oktoberfest originally started as, Greg, you
I
said
think-
steal?
Greg said steel.
And he said brewer's holiday, and he would also be wrong.
Well,
It
negative.
was originally
Yeah.
a wedding party. When Prince Ludwig of Bavaria married Princess Teresa in 1812, the celebration lasted 16 days and was so much fun that it has been repeated annually ever since.
It's been repeated anally ever since.
So wait, did Greg have a point before this?
Nope, so he is at
No,
negative
zero.
one.
He's at -1.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a comeback.
Ewert, you are up, sir.
Buzzwords.
Buzzwords for Ewert. A multiple choice question again.
What is rustic?
Which of these old expressions did not originate with the consumption of beer? 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Wet your whistle. Going scot-free. Or mind your P's and Q's.
I don't know. Mind your P's and Q's.
That would be incorrect, sir.
Steel.
Lee.
I said steel.
Oh, okay. Well, Nick, I thought Lee went first. His picture popped up first. You go,
Okay.
Nick. What do you think?
Third one.
Third
Scott
one?
free.
Nope, that would be incorrect as well. It was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Wet your whistle was because your beer stein used to have a whistle on it that you would blow whenever you were ready for another beer. Mind your P's and Q's was an admission to mind your own business when beer was served in pints and quarts. And going scot-free was avoiding a special tax or scot formerly placed on beers in English towns, which was the what we were talking about earlier, actually, the shillings. Alrighty, one more round, and then we will get back to some questions. Nick is now at 0. Greg is at -1. Lee's at nothing as well. Chris is at nothing, and Ewert's at -1.
What? How am I -1?
So he's taking away points for steals that fail.
Well, he made up the rule after I did.
Fair enough for you know what
Actually,
that
we
is
made up the
true.
rule right before you did it.
No.
Oh, you're right. We did make it up after you did it. You are correct. I don't care, though. Nick, you're up.
Well, I'm going to take the easy route like Lee did and go with buzzwords then.
Okay, buzzwords. What is a beer can widget? A
Ice
tap
cube.
top opener?
Ice cube.
A device that makes the beer foam? A
Just
plastic
go with number
frame
2.
that holds
Number
the six
2.
back together? A flaw or dimple in the aluminum? Or lastly, an ice cube inside your Guinness?
The second
Yeah,
one's the nitro widget.
Nicholas has a point. He is correct. It is an object that makes beer foam.
All right.
Gregory, topic.
Beer 101.
You just want my eyes to just give out on me.
I never get these questions right either, but I just like burning your eyes.
Beer stein lids were created to keep out dust, protect against plague, make sure no one drinks your beer, or identify personal mugs.
Let's just say to prevent the plague, because why
Gregory, you would be right with protect you from the plague. Back in the 14th century, when the bubonic plague decimated the population of Europe, it was considered wise to cover your beer.
not? Yeah, I'm at.
Well, he's at 0.
Lee, you are up.
Buzzwords.
Buzzwords for Lee.
Of course.
If you are a snake bite cocktail, if you order a snake bite cocktail, you'll get beer and gin, hard cider, lemonade, or Jack Daniels.
Cider.
You are correct, sir. A
Yeah.
snake bite has cider in it.
I thought you started saying when a snake bites cock. That's what I heard.
Chris,
Beerology.
I'm so glad beerology questions are almost done. Which is the oldest still operating brewery in the U.S.? Yuengling, Brooklyn, Boston Beer Company, or McSorley's?
The Boston Beer Company.
You are wrong.
Steal.
Ewert.
Yingling.
Ewert is now at 0 points.
Yes.
And he gets to choose a topic.
Beerology.
I fucking hate you all. True or false? The Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock because the ship ran out of beer.
Oh, ooh, that sounds like a trick question. I'll just say false.
You would be incorrect, sir.
God damn it.
The crew of the Mayflower unceremoniously dumped our New England forefathers because the ship was running low on beer. The ship's log stated that the passengers were hasted ashore and made to drink water that seamen might have more beer.
What?
What's water semen in it? What?
No, so that the seamen, the sailors.
What?
Man, the
Uh-huh.
Pilgrims were perverted.
Yeah, you go with the theme and there's sailor.
Wait. I have a question because I wasn't here last week. Where are you getting tickets from? The Brewmaster?
No, there's a game. There's a game called Tap This, and we're just doing that.
I prefer to hear from the Brewmaster.
The Brewmaster would have better questions, I'm sure. Oh, so back to the
He's
news.
just putting it on a tee for me.
Refined Fools Brewery's downtown expansion has been put on hold. Sarnia's own craft brewery, Refined Fool, has asked for their application to rezone a building in downtown Sarnia to be taken away. They put the notice in back in August, and I guess they've been fighting with the building owner about what they wanted to do with the building because he didn't want them to cut up all the floors and put in all the drains and everything. So they've asked for the application to be taken away. They had spent $16,000 on the application because they had a 200-page business plan handed into the city. This is why my problem with being my problem with breweries in general, like if people always ask me why don't you open a brewery, is I would want to have the money to just outright buy all my buildings so I don't have to deal with shit like this.
Mm-hmm. You definitely want to own your own space if you can.
I don't know. To me, it's strange because wouldn't you be entering that conversation with the owner of the building very early on?
Yeah, you'd think before you did your $16,000 proposal.
Yeah.
But they are known as refined fools, so I mean they're probably just fools that didn't think of that. I love the guys, I do, but they even admit that they don't think things through all the time.
Is that it?
Yeah, that was the news
Are we
story.
done for tonight?
No one has anything to say about it? Okay. Oh, so this was from a website called Taste, and it is written by a Josh Ruffin. And these are the 5 beers you need to start your cellar. So these are 5 beers you need to start your beer cellar. Now, for me, when I read this, I was expecting things like, I don't know, Rochefort 8, Rochefort 10, Chimay, some Lindemans products, some cuvées and stuff. I was expecting Belgian beers and big bad imperial stouts, but I expected, beers that people could easily acquire and just beers that are known to age really well, like Orval and shit too. I don't know. But his beers are from the brewery, the Terroux Saison Roux, Bell's Expedition Stout.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that one is a good stout that could go that way, yeah. The Dole Still Knock, whatever the fuck that is.
I know what it is. I just never had it.
Stone's Double Bastard. And Phantom de Noël. Okay, when I purposely fuck up a name and overpronounce things, you yell at me. And when I do it the way that it looks like it probably would be, then I get yelled at too.
Is somebody yelling at you? I'm just correcting it.
I'm just hearing chirping back there in the old Ewart house.
No, that's not true.
Ewert's on a roll tonight. He's actually drinking. He's going full bore.
By the way, I'm on my second beer.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
So I mean, there's his list of 5. What would you guys put on a list of things you need if you were going to start?
Chimay Blue.
Yeah, so beers that you need if you're going to start a beer cellar. Like I said, I would have a Rochefort 8, Rochefort 10, probably some Delirium Tremens.
Chimay Blue, Orval.
Tempest from Amsterdam. Those age pretty well.
If you want to, I'm trying to think of the name of that fucking British. Fuck, I can't think of it anymore.
Thomas Hardy's.
Well, yeah, Thomas Hardy. That's an easy one. Everyone can get. Yeah, that's like a Samuel Smith Imperial Stout. That would be a decent one to throw in there.
How about a harvest ale with JWDs or something? I don't know.
Well, one thing's for sure. I don't know what I would put in my cellar, but I'd make sure for sure that I would have a $50 shelving unit from Canadian Tire.
That's
That
true.
up there, and put that up there with all my beers in the cellar. That's for sure.
That's true.
Those aren't cellared beers. Those are all empty bottles.
Oh, whatever.
That's
That's a cellar.
Cellar your empties. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
And I mean, I wouldn't appear in my cellar unless I was wearing a fucking shirt and tie.
And don't
You
forget the
mean
wristbands on the outside of your shirt.
Mm-hmm.
The metal bands. Your chains. Your cellar. Easy hookup to the dungeon and to the rack, I suppose.
In the cellar. In the cellar. Of
For
course.
free to come down with the paddle. But okay.
Easy. I guess you could argue like Sam Adams Imperial Stout or whatever and stuff like that, because those are fairly easy to get kind of beers, like their Imperial series and stuff. So that would be one you might want to stick in your cellar if you were starting up a cellar.
Well, like what's that one that Old Foghorn? Relatively
Yeah.
accessible. No?
Yeah. Oh,
Bigfoot.
how easy to get is, like, say, jeez, I can't even think of the fucking name of the beer anymore, and I love it so much. The same people do Dale's Pale Ale.
Oscar Blues, 1050?
Oscar, yeah, 1050. That actually sellers in the can, so that's one you could throw in there if that's an easy to get one.
Yeah.
Oh, Rasputin.
Oh,
Rasputin.
Old Rasputin. Oh.
I had one of those recently on tap. It's been a while since I had it.
Just regular Bolshevik bastard out in the cellar would be nice.
That's right. Yep.
Sawdust City can condition to everything, so their skinny dipping stout or their long voyage to Uranus would be nice in your cellar.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I mean, for me, I could definitely say like Propeller RIS, but I mean that's kind of a regional thing. So.
Yeah.
Bourbon County.
Bourbon County. Yeah, there you go. Fuck. Didn't even think. Pretty much most of the Bourbon County series. So,
Excuse me.
yeah.
An old line of
Except for
hops.
coffee.
What was that, sorry?
Except for coffee with aged coffees.
Mm.
People do that with Bourbon County. I would get it.
Actually,
Coffee's best fresh.
if we're gonna do harder to get beers, but easy for you if you live in Toronto and have the day off, fucking bring out your dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Totally agree.
Anyway, this story is from Together We're Bitter out in Kitchener. An old line of hops was recovered for a new cream ale.
For a cream ale,
Yes.
they find this like ancient, obscure hop strain and they put it in a cream ale.
These
Yep.
guys like the Bell City.
When 93-year-old Elizabeth Thompson stepped into the craft brewery of off Mill Street, she could smell the hops that descended directly from the plants her grandfather cultivated in the Preston hop yard some more than 100 years ago. With the help of hearing aids, a walker, her son and grandson, Thompson traveled from Nilestown, just southeast of London, to the TWB Cooperative Brewery on Mill Street in Kitchener. They wanted to witness the start of a beer-making process that will yield a batch of heritage cream ale in about 2 weeks. That ale will be made using the line of hops that her grandfather grew in the Preston hop yards. The hops are the wild remnants of the hop yards and have been growing on the banks of the Speed River in the Preston area of Cambridge for more than 100 years. John D. Moore was the last owner and operator of the Preston hop yards. When the crop failed in 1905, he had the land surveyed and sold for lots for houses beginning in 1906. Basically, they found a 100-year-old recipe that had these hops in it. So they went and found these hops, found out that they were the exact same hops, and they've just still been growing there, and they're making a heritage cream ale with the original recipe.
A cream ale.
Well, that's what you would make back then. It's not like they had fucking double Tempest Imperial.
A cream ale. How old's this woman again?
She's 93.
93? Why not put in some kick-ass IPA and send her on her way? You know, like let's kick her ass and kill her when she drinks it. Send her on her way happy. Give her an experience. Cream ale. Fuck off with your cream ale.
You're a very
Sleeping.
violent person now that you're not winning, eh?
He's off the hook. Yeah.
I'm not losing either, so fuck you.
He's a sore loser.
I haven't lost yet, Ewart.
Hey guys, what I have to say is more important than whatever you're talking. I'm having a
Listen.
birthday, 2015. This is an excellent age for 10 years. I guarantee it.
Listen, I hear all this backbiting from this jabroni who wasn't even here last week because he was too scared to face the champ.
Hey, buddy, I was busy. Like,
You weren't the champ then.
Oh, you were
I'm
too
like
busy.
Brock
You were
Lesnar.
too.
I was busy with real
Hey,
business.
listen, Nick. I was always the champ.
You weren't the
I
champ
wouldn't-
then. You're not going to be the champ now.
I was always the champ. You
Sure.
loser. You nothing.
Dick,
Oh, yeah.
Big Dick Nick.
They brought me into the territory for the big money to draw the crowds. They brought you in to lose to me, brother, and that's the fucking facts.
How many times did a wrestler swear in his interviews?
I don't know, ECW.
Oh yeah, so you're pulling in the Paul Heyman vibes, are you?
A little bit. And I remember some classic stuff where they bleeped out swears once in a while when someone got a little, too ahead of
Yeah, but
themselves.
he probably wasn't supposed to say that at all.
No. But, shut up. I'm the champ. I can do what I want.
Just don't tell Vince McMahon ladies first.
Yeah.
For the love of God, I hope Lee doesn't win this week so we don't have to fucking hear this again. Next.
Alrighty, any comments, Lee?
Let's check.
You probably
All
just
right.
everybody right.
Okay, well, there was some speculation that Alan Bay was Chris Peters. I don't necessarily buy that. Thor, because actually his sentences look a little bit better constructed than Chris Peters' sentences, so not way better, but mind you, but still better. Thor the Hound says, please don't ever say semen with a gay lisp again.
I'll try not to. I can't see anything.
Hey,
He's a sailor.
hey, we want some semen.
Aloha.
Who doesn't?
Mr. Angus Wangus says beer cellar beer. Elsinore.
I don't even know that one.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Thor the Hound says Sam Smith. He says, when are you guys going to have Gavin McGinnis on? I don't know. And Mr. Angus Wangus says Grandma loves cream. I don't know. And Mr.
Grandma loves the cream ale.
Grandma loves cream ale. I like some of that cream in my beer, Sonny.
She likes to move it.
Oh, Jesus.
To any questions about when can so-and-so a person come on, the panel is pretty much open for your first coming, and then it's decided. Yeah, and then it's decided if you're coming on again after that.
Oh, Gavin McGinnis is apparently a Canadian writer, actor, comedian, co-founder of Vice Media, and host of the Gavin McGinnis Show on Compound Media.
Okay, so he would never be here because he is way more important than us idiots.
Yeah.
Is he more important than Chris Peters?
No.
I think he should go to the Entrepreneur Power Hour.
Yeah. They'd love
Please.
the Entrepreneur Power would love to.
I have
Gary
a
V. Gary
third
V.
job that I'm going to tell you guys about probably in about 2 weeks when I get all the information I'm allowed to share. But yeah, that's going to be a little spoiler right there.
I know already.
And we'll also talk about something else that me and Chris are going to be doing together.
Sex?
Anyway, Nick.
Yeah.
What sex?
Which has nothing to do with semen.
Well,
Maybe.
Beer 101.
Beer 101.
Damn, I was gonna go for smoky fuckers. Okay.
Arthur Guinness signed a lease on his famed brewery for 50 years, 150 years, 500 years, 9,000 years.
C, 500 years.
You are wrong.
Oh.
Still
What?
9,000 years.
You have it, Christopher.
Woo! Give me that point.
Pretty sure it was over 9,000.
I knew it was one of the big ones.
Over 9,000.
Level
He
9,000.
signed it in 1759, guys. 1759.
Look at that.
Anyway, next would be Gregory.
Burn your 101.
Burn My Eyes 101. Which famous person said, "Beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy"? Benjamin Franklin, John Belushi, Chevy Chase, or Homer Simpson?
What was the question? I got interrupted.
Steel.
Which famous person said, "Beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy"? Benjamin Franklin,
Ben
John
Franklin.
Chevy Chase, or Homer Simpson?
Ben Franklin.
You have it, sir.
I actually knew that one.
Oh shit! I feel bad. Hold on a second. Let me.
Apparently that's a widely reported falsehood.
Yeah, apparently he was talking about alcohol in general, and some people say wine, and some people. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's a falsehood that has been perpetuated into fact.
Yeah, as like most of the questions in this fucking deck.
Lee, you're up.
Buzzwords.
Come on, champ.
Buzzwords. So this is a stealable question. A beer enthusiast is known as a what? I've never known somebody known as that.
What is hipster?
You know what? Here, you know what? I'm not even going to try and read any of these first off because this is just crazy. But I have never heard this ever in all my time doing this shit. Here, try and read that.
What? Yeah.
Gynecologist.
Okay, you got a little bit of glare.
I can't see it.
How about you just give me another card instead of trying
That's what I'm going to do. I just wanted you guys to see that.
Okay.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at that in Chad Vision right now. Essentially, is what you're doing there.
Baravisophile? A baravisophile. A beer enthusiast is known as a baravisophile.
Okay.
Sounds like somebody who blessed bears.
Okay.
Sounds like an STD.
Back
That's
to
so
another buzzword question. We're getting rid of that one. That's just fucking stupid. Again, a stealable one. If you're in a pub and order a Pilsner, what color of beer will they serve you? Golden, red, black, or brown?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Golden.
You have a point, sir. Lee is now in the lead with 2 points.
Fucking Lee of the easy ones.
Christopher, you are up.
Look who picked that category their entire time last time.
And now you're doing it this time.
Now you hear him cry. Now you hear him beg and moan.
I'm calling you a hypocrite.
I'm calling you a loser.
You were calling it all easy for me last time, and all of a sudden now you're doing it yourself?
I shouldn't even have to be in this competition. I'm the champion. You should be fighting.
Yeah. You're resting on your previous... yeah, exactly.
Okay. We'll go with beerology.
Beerology.
Yep.
Okay, let's grab this beerology question. What is dry hopping? Adding hops to the beer after fermentation? Adding hops to the beer before the onset of fermentation? Using less than 1 ounce of hops in the brew? Using 3 or more ounces of hops in the brew?
After.
Adding hops to the beer after fermentation is the correct answer, sir.
Beerology.
Beerology. A mash tun is a unit of measurement used during the brewing process, a large barrel of beer, a process of fermentation, or a vessel used in the brewing process.
D, Alex.
You would be correct, sir. A vessel used in the brewing process. So we'll do one more round, go to comments, and then let's do some more news stories. What we're at right now is Nick with 1, Greg with 1, Lee with 2, Chris with 2, Ewart with 1. Nick is up.
Beerology.
Beerology. Here we go with another question in beerology. The word zyrurgy refers to Z-Y-R-U-R-G-Y.
What the fuck is that?
Well, you're going to find out in a minute.
Yeah.
Read
It
the
refers to the fermentation of head of the beer, the effects of alcohol on the brain, the buildup of gases in the body that causes a person to belch, or the study of fermentation?
Let's go with the last one. Study of fermentation.
You are right, sir.
Oh, you lucky bastard. I knew that one. There used to be a homebrewers magazine named that.
And I actually have some of those. You've sent them to me. They're actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And I have to thank you again for those. Gregory, you are up.
Yeah. Beer 101.
Good. This is the very last Beer 101 question.
I want more Beer 101.
Dun, dun, dun.
After repealing Prohibition, President Franklin Roosevelt said, "I believe this would be a good time for a beer." True or false?
False.
You are wrong, sir. It was true.
Steal.
No, true or false?
Yeah,
It
he
was
can't
steal,
steal.
sir. Lee, you are up. There's only 3 topics now. Beer 101 is gone.
Okay, so buzzwords.
Buzzwords for Lee. True or false? Classic English stouts tend to be sweeter and more chocolatey than Irish stouts.
True.
You are right, sir. Christopher, you are up now.
Buzzwords.
Buzzwords. Stealable question. Bock beer is often described as any of the following except...
Hold on. Restart the question again.
A Bock beer is often described as any of the following except, so you're looking for the one that does not describe a Bock.
I got the concept.
Strong, springtime beer, an ale, or German.
Ale.
You are right, sir. It is not an ale. It is a lager. Ewart, you are up.
Virology.
Beerology for Ewart, the science of beer. A hef is a German word meaning hops, yeast, malt, or fruit.
That'd be wheat.
Steel.
Wait, I meant
Wheat wasn't even an answer.
Yes, I'm thinking Hefeweizen. I'm like, okay, it's the other side of that. So it's the.
So the steel goes to Nicholas.
God damn it.
Yeast.
You are right, Nicholas.
That's what I want to say.
So just for final scores before we go to comments and then continue on with some more news is, well, not final comments, but the final scores, but the scores as of right now. 3 for Nick, 1 for Greg, 3 for Lee, 3 for Chris, and 1 for Ewart. The jobbers are staying as the jobbers, it seems.
That's right.
I'm going over the top rope like the first. I'm running down the ring. I'm just being thrown over.
Jerk that curtain there, Ewart.
He's being one of the bushwhackers. Right.
Exactly.
Any comments, Lee?
Yeah, we got a bunch here. Let's see here. Okay.
I have a comment. This is all bullshit, by the way.
Yeah, I'm getting all my answers from the Beer Master.
Thor the Hound says Gavin McGinnis has a show on Rebel Media called How's It Going, A? Good stuff. Reviewing Under Influence says Gavin McGinnis is a champ. He says, yeah, man, fucking hilarious show. He's wondering who this Alan Bay twat is. Thor the Hound speculates he's just a sad virgin. Ignore that troll. Reviewing Under Influence says, oh, is he KKK Chris Peters of Genocide Beer Reviews in disguise? Mr. 167 IQ, the guy who begs for $150 beer meals and offers steam whistle in return? Ooh, someone's throwing some shade there.
Wow, some Alberta.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Prairie.
And Thor says he's actually the sexist singer, actor, famous lady off the top of your head. Oh, no, that's a question of some sort, I guess. Reviewing Under Influence says Bruce Jenner. She's a courageous, beautiful woman. Thor the Hound says, I'm a big fan of the 80s, so I have to go with Cyndi Lauper. I don't know where that conversation came from. And then Reviewing Under Influence says Natalie Portman. So I don't know, there's some sort of weird...
Beautiful women. Something
Yeah.
about beautiful women. You know,
Yeah.
I always when I was younger,
Singer, actor, famous lady.
when I was younger, I had a big thing for Mila Jovovich.
Jovic?
She still looks good, although she could use some meat on her bones.
You can see her muff in the
Really
first
have-
Resident Evil movie if you freeze frame.
See her tits in the
Basically, I loved her as Lilu from The Fifth Element.
Fifth Element, yeah.
Multipass.
I'm still partial to Julianne Moore.
She held up her beauty for years.
She's in her 50s and she's still fucking smoking hot.
Something I noticed from starting to rewatch the X-Files, and
Gillian Anderson has gotten
Gillian
better.
Anderson, she got better looking as she got older. Yeah, like
Yeah.
she started in that show in her early 20s, and she wasn't all that pretty until she was in like her 30s.
Some women,
You know who else
some women do that, man. They hit their late 30s and 40s, and then they suddenly come into their own. You know.
You know who else looks fucking incredible as she's gotten older is Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Elaine from Seinfeld. She wasn't that great on Seinfeld. She is fucking smoking now.
Yeah, she is. I agree.
So back to beer stories. Now that you've heard some of our ideas there for women.
Smoke break for me.
Okay, you go first.
But you're wrong, guys. You're wrong in that last comment there. Sorry.
Okay,
Well, then who would you suggest, Ewart?
Go ahead, Ewart.
No, I'm just saying in the comparison to younger and older version of her.
Of Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Way off.
I never found her.
I don't find her attractive at all.
You're
No.
objectively wrong, Ewart.
You're
Just like you've been wrong on most of the questions on this quiz.
Oh, burn.
also you're wrong on
These
that beard.
questions are Acadian biased. I don't like it.
So Brewdog's The End of History is set to start going on sale. Again, The End of History is the very high percent ABV beer that is bottled inside a taxidermied squirrel. Now, though, the bottles are being sold for $20,000 a piece, and it gets you an equity share in Brewdog.
Oh, so now you can have a share in the company that puts beer in squirrels.
Yes.
That's great. And what else do you get out of that?
You get the beer, the taxidermied squirrel, and an equity share in the company.
I'll pass. Thanks.
Would anyone, if you had the money, would you buy one of those bottles? I still wouldn't.
No. It's just, I mean, I understand they're just trying to, be outrageous and promote themselves. And, more power to them, whatever, but it's just tacky. It's just bullshit.
If money was pretty easy and I was aware of what the equity share meant, then possibly.
If Ewart had the money, he would probably have a fucking beer inside of like a taxidermied human corpse. He's that kind of a sick motherfucker.
I would do it myself. Yeah. I wouldn't have anybody else do it. It'd be a home brewed taxidermy.
You'd have a tap system set up inside a taxidermied human body.
Yeah, like a human kegerator.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic idea.
So if you do buy one of these and you don't decide to keep it just as a conversation piece and you want to crack it open and drink it, you are going to expect a Belgian-style ale made with juniper berries and nettles.
Sorry, what?
Nettles. Juniper berries and nettles.
Nettles.
What?
Nettles.
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 It's a botanical,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh, I'll have to Google that.
Yeah. So you're going to have juniper and something else and not quite gin. And yeah.
Close to gin, but not gin.
All right, I take my answer back. If I had the money, I don't care about the equity share. I don't want it. Juniper, whatever nettles are. No thanks.
Yeah, I think that's... sad thing is they'll probably get a bunch of people who want to do it. So whatever. More power to them, but yeah. If I had $20,000, the last thing I'd be doing is spending it on a fucking rodent with beer in it. I don't know.
There is a recycling startup which is going to be a boon for craft breweries in Nova Scotia. A Dartmouth startup is investing more than $1 million to save microbreweries in Nova Scotia about a dime on each of their standard-sized bottles of beer. It's hugely welcome, Jeremy White, the founder and alesmith of Nyanza, Cape Breton-based Big Spruce Brewing, said in an interview Wednesday. And you're talking to somebody who doesn't even use the standard-sized bottle. In Nova Scotia, only 3 microbreweries make extensive use of the industry-standard 341-milliliter beer bottle: Halifax-based Propeller Brewing Company, Garrison Brewing Company, and Shelburne-based Boxing Rock.
Yep.
But Atlantic Bottle Wash has already inked agreements with all 3 of these microbreweries to buy its washed, recycled beer bottles as soon as its facility At 210, Joseph Zatzman opens on March 1st next year.
It's pretty cool.
Basically, they will be taking the beer bottles back from them, cleaning them out, and then selling them back to the breweries for 19 to 21 cents instead of the 31 cents that they cost to buy brand new. Usually, a beer bottle can be cleaned at least 6-7 times. Beer bottles are a funny thing because you always hear about how the big guys are big industry leaders, at least in beer, but the big guys just buy back all the recycled bottles. And the big guys are the ones that are always using the recycled bottles here in Canada for the most part. And it's all the small guys buying the brand new glass. And this is great, at least in Nova Scotia, and maybe more breweries will start using the standard size, because once this happens, you will have some of the big company bottles getting back into the hands of the craft brewers as well.
That's good, especially for Boxing Rock, because they've really been expanding their sort of 6-pack sales recently quite a bit. I mean, they've got like 3 main brands now in 6-packs in the NSLC. They got their Darkness, and they got their Temptation, and their Hunky Dory. So
yeah. And again, for anyone there that always wonders, because people always ask about the cost of everything in beer, right there, you're looking at $1.86 right off the bat for just a 6-pack of bottles without buying the recycled bottles.
Yeah, that's a big cumulative sort of effect on their bottom line.
Then you have the bottle caps, you have the labels, you have the packaging. After that, you have the beer itself. It still has a profit, but these are the type of things where if you can shave off that 10 cents, well, now instead of $1.86, it costs you $1.26.
Yeah, now maybe they can maybe now Boxing Rock can afford better glue for their labels, because
it's a bit of a problem, guys. Just saying.
Well, maybe they do that for people that save labels.
Yeah.
And so you can take the labels off.
Actually, when they started, they had the sort of paper labels. You know, they weren't the glossy slick labels.
Yeah.
That worked perfectly fine. Now that they got the glossy slick labels on, they're always coming off.
Yeah, those are harder ones to keep on. I've always had an easier time getting the glossies off to put on the beer wall behind the bar than the others.
Yeah, in Boxing Rock's case, they've done half the work for you, because every time you open up their 6-pack, all their labels, like half of them are peeled off.
There's this craft brewery here in Ontario. Yeah. It's Saint Andre. It's a contract brewer. But Saint Andre is always funny, because I would buy a 6-pack of Saint Andre, and I don't know if they hand label it or what, but you'd buy the 6-pack, and like one bottle would have a label on, one bottle the label would be ripped in half, one bottle the label would be upside down, and then the other 2 the labels were already off in the box.
Jeez.
It wasn't a bad beer either. It was basically a German. Just a German like Marzen almost, but more bready, like more English breadiness in the back end. And it was a good beer, but the labels made me laugh every time. And I do remember I ranted on the fucking labels when I reviewed it. I'm like, this is a fine beer, but what the fuck is this? So here's another opinion piece. Now, there'll be 2 opinions that we'll have to talk about after this. What to you consists of a bargain beer, and what would be a good bargain beer? So this is from the Toronto Star. It is good beer on a budget, 6 bargain brews. So I guess first, before we touch on these, what to you guys is a bargain price? I mean, one of the beers on this list is over what I consider a bargain price, but I think with what it is, it's still a bargain. For me, I would look at a bargain beer being like under $2.50 for something that is regular size up to a tall boy can.
Yeah,
I'd agree. I mean, I'm willing to pay more than $2.50 for a beer, but I'm just saying, if I'm thinking of I'm on a budget and I want to get the best bangs for my buck, I'm looking for things under $2.50 and under.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, $3 for a King can is, I'd say, a bargain and down. Yeah,
I mean, so
$2.50 for a small one.
Kanaka's $2.65 a can. That to me still seems like a pretty good bargain, considering nowadays you have a lot of pilsners and shit coming out that are like $3.15 a can. So
okay, yeah. This is what I want to talk about. What you guys considered bargains, and yeah, like you said, you were up for a lot of styles under $3 is still a good bargain.
Can I tell you what's not a bargain anymore?
Yes, I actually bitched about that to the Nickelbrook delivery guy today at the LCBO.
It's not Nickelbrook. It's
Okay, I thought you were going to talk about their Bolshevik Bastard, which is now in cans at 4 something a can.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
there is that, but that's not terrible. It's just not the great value it used to be. But now the Black Oak, the Nutcracker Porter, which I think was like $6 a bottle or maybe $7 a bottle, is now $9 a bottle. And I'm like, you know what? Ken, you're really pushing things. Really pushing things, Ken. Not cool.
Do you need me to tell Ken that for you?
I could tell Ken myself, because I don't go to Black Oak anymore because they have nothing I'm interested in. Their 10 better years just isn't good.
they got no one there serving you that interests you anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, all the girls are gone. I think Sam's the only one that still works there.
Yeah, that's why they had to raise the prices and ain't getting any business anymore.
Actually, Sonia's still there, I believe, now that her husband is the brewmaster there.
Well, it's difficult. They don't have as much access to yeast now.
Okay, so anyway, the 6 bargain beers, now that we've talked about what a bargain is for us. The first bargain beer at $2 per 500 milliliter can. You're going to see the way this list goes, which is just weird to me. So the first beer at $2 per 500 milliliter can is Jeever Pilsner.
Huh?
I've never had that one. I've
Fuck
always
is
heard of it,
that?
but I even remember seeing that in one of the Michael Jackson.
Jeever
books
Pilsner
back
is
in the day.
actually a really well-known Pilsner. It's part of the fucking... who the fuck is the guys that do the guys that do the fucking insoles and the foot baths and stuff? It's their company. Utger? I can't
Dr.
remember.
Utker? Dr. Scholl's?
Well, Dr. Scholl's, I believe, is owned by Utger. And they do a bunch of pizzas, like frozen pizzas and stuff.
Oh,
They
yeah,
own a whole big...
Oh, yeah, Dr.
They own a big-
Utker.
They own a big beer portfolio, and Jeever's one of them.
They do everything, man. They do pizzas, they do fucking foot stuff, they do fucking baking shit. You know?
Now his thing under Jeever Pilsner is for $2.50 you could buy a tall boy of marketing juggernauts Bud Light or Coors Light, or you could buy a bunch of fucking craft beer at the same price. But for just a mere toonie, you could get yourself a classic Northern Germany style Pilsner, and basically it is a pretty big thing. I personally, it's at $2 is a good budget beer, especially for a 500 milliliter can. Just not something I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Next, we go to Red Racer IPA at $2.90 for a 473 milliliter can. And this is where it starts getting weirded out. Well, it's from the LCBO, so it's aged.
Yeah.
It's just about as long as the one you got in the mail. But I mean, at $2.90 a can, you're again getting to you're getting to the realm of a whole bunch of different beers you could pick up.
Yeah, but then where does like flavor and quality come in with your idea of a bargain beer? Like, are you just purely looking at price, or are you looking at price?
$2 beer on the bargain list. Well, that's why I said for me $2.50 is a great bargain. Because at $2.50 you can usually still get some good quality stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty of shitty stuff out there that's around that price range where I wouldn't consume.
Fuck that fucking Stonewall was $1.25.
Yeah, Stonewall Light, best beer.
I had one of those tonight. Don't ever say it's the best beer. I'll fucking shove that one up your anus like that guy said we do.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody knows the best beer is the Mill Street Vanilla Porter. 10 out of 10.
Hey, don't make fun. It's my fucking favorite one right now.
List. Rochefort 10's on this list at $4.30 for a 330 milliliter bottle. Now, though I do agree that Rochefort 10 at $4.30 is a great deal for what you're getting quality-wise. If I'm on a budget and I'm going into the LCBO with only like $10, I am not buying 2 bottles of Rochefort 10.
But that's both a bargain and an investment as well.
But is he talking, is this budget beer or bargain beer? It's certainly a bargain. Not necessarily a
well, this is the thing. He says 6 bargain beers, but the title is Good Beer on a Budget. So, I mean, it's kind of looking at both at the same time. Good beer and bargain. I mean,
so it has to be good. It can't be like what they have in New Brunswick where they have the the budget versions of Moosehead, like.
Well, I mean, that's where I would probably put Jeever Pilsner myself. I would put it in basically no better than a budget beer.
But don't
It's not
forget
like-
too, he's writing an article, right? So he has to keep the headlines short to the point. He's like, on a bargain, you can't have beer on a bargain. It's beer on a budget. So he's using the term just as like it's equitable when it's not.
Yep. Now, Side Launch Wheat he has on here next at $2.80 a can. I do think that Side Launch Wheat is one of the best wheat beers Ontario has to offer. But once you get up to $2.80, yeah, there's other things I could pick up too at that price.
Oh, where's Vincent to fight you right now?
No, I am admitting I think that Side Launch Wheat is one of Ontario's best wheat beers.
You know what? In terms of wheat beers, I think if you want to talk value, I think a lot of the ones you get from Germany and stuff are usually a better value for what the cheaper, I think. Especially since they're in the bottles, which are more expensive generally, but they're usually a very good value.
Yep. Next on the list
wine
is Cinna Stout. Cinna Stout is next on the list at $2.85 for a 330 milliliter bottle. And then last on the list is Wernesgrüner Pilsner Legend at $2.05 a bottle, can, sorry. And that's another one where if you like Pilsners, sure, it's a Pilsner, but is it great quality?
No.
Well, here's a interesting pick from Mr. Angus Wangus in the chat. He said 473 milliliter Rickards Red for $2.60.
Compared to some of those beers, I probably would take it.
I would actually.
Yeah, that's a perfectly decent beer.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, other beers that are good budget, but also mixing good on the budget, but also mixing quality in there. Delirium Tremens, you can only get it at the beer store, but it's under $4 a bottle. It's like $3.75 a bottle. That's a good deal.
That is.
Now I think we're missing the greatest value there is Millennium Buzz. You can get for about $33.
Saw that one coming. God damn it.
Excellent quality beer for an excellent price. This BDU.
You gotta remember Facts 10.
Oh, Facts extra strong. I remember the night that that Boy Chuck and me talked my wife into buying one because we told her it tasted like cotton candy.
Oh fuck! That ended well.
It did end very well for me, at least.
Yeah.
Whackity smackity-doo.
You get laid that night, Chad?
I think that's the implication.
Well, let's be honest. Back then, I got laid almost every night. Not so much now.
Viking rape in a can.
Like what other things are out there that are great budget beers? I mean, I would say that the best budget beer, the best good beer on a budget, used to be Bolshevik Bastard until it went up to $4 a can.
That beer was an incredible value, especially when you could get it at the brewery for $12 a 6-pack.
Yes,
I would argue that Propeller Revolution is still technically kind of a budget beer if you're going by style. It's still
what's its price?
It's still $5 something. I can't remember exactly what I paid for it, but $5 something for 500 milliliter for a fucking Russian Imperial Stout.
Yeah, the Bolshevik Bastard is now $4.30 a 473 can. So I mean, it's still in comparative pricing. What's the fucking Long Voyage to Uranus now? It's something like $5.50 a can, something around there.
Somewhere in that range. I always thought in terms of a budget beer, I thought the Great Lakes Golden Horseshoe for $24.
That you know what? When Nickelbrook used to have one, it was the Nickelbrook Draft, and it was the 2.4 for 2.4 version. So it stayed at the exact lowest minimum price, and it was a great beer. And then they changed it they got rid of that, and they brought in another beer, just a blonde, as their budget beer, and that one sucked compared to the Draft. But yeah, the Golden Horseshoe, if you're just looking for just a adjunct lager, the Golden Horseshoe lager from GLB was always fine.
Well, they still make it. They call it the GLB Blonde now, but it's still an okay price. Like I think it's like $2.15 or $2.25 a can. So it's a good price, but it's just not as good as it was before when you wanted to buy a whole lot of it because you wanted to have a party or something. You just wanted to get a case of it.
In the chat, reviewing under influence says under $12 a six-pack or under $8 a bomber. It's apparently a good deal for him as far as budgets go.
Well, $12 a six-pack is probably pretty good pricing in Alberta. And $8 a bomber, from what I hear with a lot of the prices in Alberta, is probably an amazing deal as well.
Let's see here. Also, speaking of Rickards Red, someone called Milo Pepenopoulos. That's pretty clever. Speaking of Rickards Red, I'm actually drinking Rickards Red IPA right now, which is an excellent beer. Reviewing under influence agrees with me for a quality IPA like Driftwood's alt beer. $8 is a great price. Hashtag alcoholocaust.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Not the Jews.
Milo Pepenopoulos also says Fax Amber is actually pretty decent for a budget beer.
Actually, Fax Amber is probably Fax's best beer.
Yeah.
At least under the Fax name, it's probably their best beer.
Thor the Hound says my favorite beer is when it's drank off a stripper's ass. It's possible, I promise. And going back to the sort of hot chick question, that they were banding about whether the preference was Scarlett Johansson or Jennifer Aniston, and it's pretty much unanimously Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, between those two, I'd go Johansson any day.
She's a better actor as well.
Jewel Strafe from Firefly is
yeah. She's awesome, hot, super hot,
and she's an amazing person from all of her interviews and everything.
I don't care. She's good.
You know who's a hottie? Rosie O'Donnell.
Okay, round 3. Round 3. Nicholas.
What about China?
Let's see. I'm gonna cheat and go with buzzwords.
Of course, you're going to cheat and go with buzzwords.
I haven't picked buzzwords all night.
Is it
He's
stealable?
done it 4 times now.
Just so everybody knows, this is a stealable question.
Fuck.
Stealable question. The foamy residue on the inside of a glass of beer is called long legs, grist, drippings, or Belgian lace.
Long legs.
No.
Steel.
Go, Ewart.
Belgian lacing.
Ewart gets the point. Belgian lace.
Yeah, and I love to hold on a second before we go to the next question. The person we don't know who to name likes to call it the alcohol legs.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever watch his stuff, a lot of legs on this one.
No, Nick got influenced.
He did.
He's in your head, Nick.
Gregory, you're up.
Beer 101.
There is no Beer 101.
Beer 101.
There is no Beer 101.
Beer 102.
I don't know. Beerology.
Beerology for Gregory. Again, a stealable question. A scientific study in 2009 discovered that beer might help prevent osteoporosis, glaucoma, heart disease, or prostate cancer.
No idea. I'm going to say prostate cancer.
Steel.
Go, Ewart.
Heart disease.
Well, there is a scientific study that decided that, but not in 2009, so you lose a point.
That's
Yeah, fuck you. You were.
It was the first one.
Osteoporosis.
Yep.
I assume I was wrong.
Yes.
What was the answer?
Osteoporosis.
Oh, okay.
Lee, you are up.
Buzzwords.
Buzzwords for Lee.
Told you.
A bloody brew cocktail consists of beer, tomato juice, and what other alcohol? Tequila, vodka, rum, or gin?
Bloody brew cocktail. Tequila. What are the options again?
Tequila, vodka, rum, or gin?
Tequila, vodka, rum, or gin. I am going to say rum.
Steel.
Go, Ewart.
Vodka.
Vodka is correct.
Jobber steel.
A bloody brew is made with 3 ounces of beer, 4 ounces of tomato juice, and 2 ounces of vodka.
I'm okay if you're stealing because that really is answers don't count anymore at this point. He's so low in the fucking scorecards.
Christopher.
I'm making a comeback.
Beerology.
Beerology for Christopher. You actually would be leading if you didn't get that last question wrong, you were.
Well, and the first one where I got deducted a point before the rules enforced.
What is the expected shelf life of a bottle or canned beer that has been pasteurized? 90 days, 120 days, 6 to 9 months, or 1 year?
6 to 9 months.
Anyone want to steal?
Steal.
Still, not,
One year. 1 year.
No, 120
Fuck.
days.
Really? What the fuck?
Now, I will again agree that there is many of these questions that have multiple answers, because if you buy a Molson product or anything, it's a year that is dated on it from the date it was packaged.
Yeah,
but
that's yet another case of a retarded question.
Yeah, but Nick is losing a point there, and I think I'm getting up in the score here. I think I'm going a little higher than everybody else all of a sudden.
Fuck off.
They're and actually, on this point, they're flash pasteurizing Bourbon County this year, and I'm sure they would say it's fine well beyond a year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
So they didn't.
this is basically just the for the government mandated best before dates.
It's too bad they didn't write this quiz in 2009.
Really, though, I would agree with 120 days if they were talking about a keg of beer once it's been tapped. I mean, even pasteurized kegs of beers will go bad.
So you're saying I shouldn't lose the point?
You still do, though.
Fuck.
Yeah, you still do. Fuck you.
The card said moops. Moops is the answer.
You are up, Nicholas.
Pub crawl.
Pub crawl. Ooh.
Oh.
I haven't read one of these in a while.
Ooh.
If you want to enjoy a local beer in Thailand, which would you choose? Sapporo, Tsingtao, Tiger, or Singa?
Tiger.
Anyone?
Still.
Go,
Oh,
Chris.
shit.
Can I have the remaining 3 answers, please?
Wait a second, what?
Sapporo,
Tiger's
Tsingtao, or
Sri
Singa?
Lankan.
Hold on. Somebody was talking there. Nick, shut up.
Sapporo, Tsingtao, or Singa?
I steal my
Tsingtao.
own question?
Tsingtao is -1 for you.
Damn it!
It's Singa.
It is Singa.
Fuck.
Singapore, bitch.
Sinha stout. You know? Like lion stout.
Gregory, you are up.
Fuck.
I don't know, beerology, because why not?
Beerology for Gregory. It is a stealable question. Hops
Wait,
add
you
which
skipped me.
character? No, I didn't.
You skip me?
Oh, you got the question wrong, and then Nick tried to steal it, and he got it wrong too.
Yeah,
That's not true.
fuck you.
All right, continue. Sorry.
Hops add which characteristic to beer? The bitterness, the sweetness, the golden color, or the foaminess?
I'm going to say the bitterness and hope I'm right.
You are right, sir. You get a point.
Yay.
Lee, you are up.
I'm going to go pub crawl.
Pub crawl. Bavarian Weiss beer typically tastes like raspberries, banana and cloves, grapes, or molasses and rice.
The first one.
Steal.
Raspberries? You are wrong, sir.
No,
Steal.
wait. No, wait. The way you were...
Steal.
I said steal already.
No. Hold on.
Steal.
You gave it. You gave it in 2 groups of 3. It sounded like it was an either or fucking question.
No, I said raspberries.
You didn't say A, B, C, or D. You
I've
didn't
never
say
said A, B, C, or D yet. We've done
Fuck
like
this.
70 rounds of this shit, and I've never said A, B, C, or D yet.
Fuck this.
This sounds like Vince
Neil.
McMahon has screwed the champ.
Go ahead. Nick
I said
gets to
steal.
steal it.
Okay, it was banana and clove.
Okay, Nick gets a point. Christopher, your call.
Pub crawl.
Vince McMahon stacking it against the champ.
Damn right it is. Fucking cheating.
Which of these is not a beer drink you would order at a bar? A black and tan, a half and half, a Boilermaker, or a Spider Bite?
Spider bite.
You are right, Christopher.
Yeah.
You may get confused
That's the third time do that question.
if you order a Spider Bite. A black and tan is Guinness mixed with a pale beer. The most common version of a black and tan is Guinness and Harp and Guinness and Bass. A half and half is the same thing. A Boilermaker, bless its heart, is a shot of whiskey dumped into a glass of beer.
You know, he should only get half a point because he is a bartender.
Ewart, you are up.
Beer 101.
Beer 101 is gone. There is no Beer 101.
Pub crawl.
Pub crawl for Ewart. True or false? So not stealable, and it's yes or no.
False.
Dark beers are more alcoholic than light-colored beer. What the fuck is this shit?
That's a
False.
bullshit question.
False.
False would be correct.
Yes.
But then on the back, it doesn't say that the color of beer doesn't really fucking matter. It uses the example of Guinness versus Duvel.
Yeah, so this question was written in 1979, apparently.
The beer master is more advanced.
Yeah, really.
Okay, we'll do one more round, and then we'll go on to comments, and then back to news. I don't know. We're so low in points that should we just go to 5 this round instead of 10 like last time?
Sure.
Wait, what's the scores?
3 for
Run
Nick,
down.
2 for Greg, 3 for Lee, 3 for Chris, and 3 for Ewart.
Ooh, I'm in there.
I'm only
Oh,
one
the
behind.
where the fuck did Ewart come back from? Jesus Christ.
Well,
honey?
5 is probably good because we're making you guys lose a
Bring
point
me coffee.
when you.
Yeah, I would have won
I
already.
think, I think you
Nicholas, you're up.
Yeah, I would have won already. Let's go with pub crawl.
Pub crawl for Nicholas. True or false?
Steal.
IPA originated in India.
Steal.
False. False.
False would be correct.
Thank you. I'm here all night.
We have 4 more questions, guys. You guys in the comments say if we should go above the 5 points this week. Gregory, you're up.
Pub crawl.
Pub crawl for Gregory. True or false? In Germany, children drink Kinder beer.
True.
You are right.
Yay!
Ding ding.
Oh, wait, hold on.
A little slow on that
Lee,
Thank you.
your pick.
Pub crawl.
Pub crawl? Pub crawl for Lee. Groaning ale produces intense hangovers, groans as it ages in a cask, was made for women in labor, or is ale that has gone bad.
I'll say C.
You would be correct, sir. In colonial America, 7 or 8 months before a child was expected, the local alewife would make a special high alcohol content ale and store it away until the expected mother went into labor. Then the keg was tapped, and all present, including the mother-to-be and midwife, would partake.
I actually knew that one. That was not a guess.
Wow.
Christopher, you are up.
Buzzwords.
Buzzwords for Christopher. True or false? A Trojan horse is a cocktail of Guinness mixed with cola. Let's see how good the bartender is.
Yeah, really true.
You are right, sir.
Yeah, baby.
X is in.
Ewart.
What's left? What categories?
All of them except for Beer 101.
So there's beer all day.
I don't think that helped. All of them except beer order. What are the other ones?
Which spices are used to brew a Belgian wheat beer? Oregano and majoran? Majoran? Magoran? I actually don't even cook with that. I have no clue what that is. Lemon and mint? Orange and coriander? Or black pepper and dried apple?
Sorry, what was the question again?
What
I like how
spices
you
are used-
spaced those ones out for him, so you could actually tell the difference between.
Which spices are used in a Belgian wheat beer?
Orange and coriander.
You got it, sir.
All right.
Wow, make it easy for you, but fucking group them in fucking groups of 3 for me and confuse them. You fucking bitch.
I drink a lot of Blue Moon, so I figure that's what it's got to be right.
You know what?
Belgian
We won't
ale.
have enough questions to do a round 3 next week, so we'll just finish these tonight and see who has the top score.
There you go.
All right, good.
Anyway,
for smoke now?
yeah,
Good.
go for a smoke. Go ahead. News. And this one is one that I actually find really intriguing. So Saskatchewan slashes taxes for craft and regional beer makers. So in Saskatchewan, it will soon be easier for breweries in Saskatchewan to sell more beer. On Thursday, the provincial government announced that the markup structure of beer manufacturers will change on November 1st. Now, this is a 2-week-old news article. I couldn't find it until now because nobody cares about Saskatchewan. There are markups for all beer products sold in the province. Currently, small manufacturers have to pay a lot as they grow. The change will see the markups decrease. A release from the Great Western Brewing Company explained that the change for them, as they produce between 20,001 and 200,000 hectoliters, will result in a markup decreasing to 75 cents per liter from $1.42 per liter. 1 hectoliter is equal to 100 liters. Now, here is the thing I think is hysterical about this whole thing. So Great Western is the one that just got an injunction in Alberta for having to pay $1.25 a liter on their beer when it's sold in Alberta. So they were paying less in Alberta to sell their beer than they were paying to sell their beer in Saskatchewan. Yet they still freaked out about the Alberta prices. So I find it kind of funny that even after the prices are decreased, they're still paying more to sell it in in Saskatchewan than they are now in the injunctioned province of Alberta, because the injunction brought them back down to 45 cents a liter. Nobody talks. It goes silent. I mean, yes, it will be great for a lot of breweries. I mean, the Rebellion Brewing Company can pay for a lot more tattoos now.
Yeah, that'd be great. They can get more fucking walking billboards who get fucking tattooed for nothing. That'd be great.
I mean, it is great for them. I just think that it's hysterical that they were really freaking out about the Alberta price, which was cheaper for them than the Saskatchewan price. Instead of trying to grow their home market, they wanted to really just fight to be in Alberta. And Alberta was their biggest market, but Alberta was their biggest market because they were only paying 45 cents a liter in tax.
I don't know.
You never know anything, sir. You never know anything. So I'm drinking my third Stiegel Radler right now. And what I'm going to do with this Stiegel Radler is I'm going to reach back here and grab this Crowler that I reviewed earlier tonight from Plan B Beer Works. This is Smokey the Beer, which is a cherrywood smoked porter. And I'm going to add it to this Radler.
Okay.
So I'm doing a beer alchemy here. I should probably film this, but I'm not filming it. I'm just drinking.
Let's see if it curdles it like fucking.
Well, no, because there's no milk in either of these.
Yeah,
like our good friend Chris. And that is Chris from In the Basement, not the other Chris.
Yeah. There's a big difference there.
Oh, that's actually amazing. Oh, well, that's why there was no one talking. It was just me and you here. I don't even care. You know what, viewers that are watching, if any of you are still watching now, yeah, who cares? Fuck Great Western. I want to try their beers because I want to try their beers, but fuck them for crying about Alberta's taxes when they were paying more in their own province. Fuck you guys. Next, we have a new distillery tax, which is a major blow to Ontario's craft distilleries. Now, this tax is basically the Wynne government saying, fuck you, we don't want any local jobs to start up. But anyway, a new sales tax on retail stores run by craft distilleries in Ontario was introduced in Bill 70 on Wednesday, November 16th. The new tax is a 61.5% sales tax. You got that, right? 61.5% sales tax.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's pretty much blatant fucking bullshit from Captain Wynne.
We were expecting a spirits tax tiered by volume, says Rocco Panaki of Younghurst Distillery in Toronto. This bill demonstrates that the Liberal government does not support the growth of small business or a healthy and competitive domestic market. It's disappointing for all of Ontario businesses within our system that could have grown the economy organically to create long-term jobs and prosperity in every corner of the province, and I'm 100% with him on that. The new distillery tax is over 10 times the amount of tax paid on bottles of Ontario wine, despite a bottle of spirits typically having just slightly more than 3 times the alcohol content. Ontario craft beer boom was possible because of Ontario's beer tax is both taxed by the liter as opposed to the brewer's list price, and is graduated with the lower rate of 33 cents per liter for microbreweries and 80 cents per liter for large breweries, describes the Ontario Craft Distillers Association. Taxing by liter means that an expensive to brew barrel-aged barley wine is taxed at the same rate as a straightforward lager. Products with high labor and ingredient costs aren't discriminated against with a by-the-liter tax. Graduated taxation is necessary for small producers who, by definition, lack economies of scale and depend on the revenue from the first offerings on a per-unit basis to a much greater degree. Craft distilleries in British Columbia pay no provincial tax on their first 50,000 liters, with a phased-in tax between 50,000 liters and 100,000 liters. And yeah, so really, I'm 100% with them on this. This is just moronic. A 61.5% sales tax on top of the price that they're actually selling their stuff for, instead of by the liter or tiered.
Yeah, they're just trying to rob people at that point. Like, it's just.
This really could fold a lot of craft distilleries because people already don't want to go out and pay $100 for a 3-year-old whiskey when they can get something for $30 from a big company that does some good stuff, like say H.R.M. Walker or something. And why would you do that? But now, if you're charging $100, it's now $161.5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that just basically, I could see it outright crippling any sort of craft distillery out there. Honestly, like, what's it worth to a distillery to fucking operate, craft distillery to operate, if it's got to deal with that shit? Like, no one's gonna buy their shit at $100 a fucking bottle.
And that's the sad thing is, I mean, some of these craft distilleries have to charge that much money in order to make a profit. And like Stock and Barrel, for instance, I don't know if Chad was just talking about that or not, but Stock and Barrel, a Stillwater distillery, they make really good whiskey, but if you want the cask strength, it's $100 a bottle. If you want the 46%, it's
yeah. And now add a 61.5% sales tax on top of that.
You know, if you for that much money, I think you can get for around $70. I think you can get a Lefroy quarter cask, and for $100, I think you can get around a Talisker 10-year-old, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, it's hard to want to get those when you argue that kind of value. But
that would be incredibly depressing to go into the NSLC, for example, and see a Canadian whiskey, even if it's a craft Canadian whiskey. So okay, yeah, you're expecting to pay a few more dollars than what you'd pay for like Crown Royal or some shit like that, but if I was to walk into fucking my NSLC and see like, this craft whiskey from Ontario for $100 for like a 40, under cask strength, even like a 43% or something like that. Yeah. No fucking way. There's no fucking way I'm buying that. Like, it's not going to happen.
Well, that's the thing is when Stillwater's, because they were the first Ontario actual whiskey that they could by law call whiskey. And I bought a few bottles of it when I first got it, when they first released it, because it was a big deal, it was the whole hype thing. And you know what? All their whiskey was really good. I got nothing to complain about, but I will probably never buy a bottle again just because it's not a good value for what it is. Like, even if I just want, like, honestly, in terms of taste, it's not that far off from, like, a Glenfiddich or a Glenfiddich or a Glen, what's the other one?
Glenlivet?
Glenlivet, yeah, it's the one. It's not that far off. I mean, it's a little rougher than those, but it's a little bit stronger than those too. But I mean, in terms of value, you're paying a lot more for something that tastes pretty similar to one of those, and probably a little less. Now it's a single barrel, so it's a little more interesting, admittedly, but that only takes you so far.
Yeah, I mean, I feel for these guys. It doesn't explain if this tax is going on anything that's going through the LCBO. It seems to be just things that are being sold at the retail store. I don't know if we have anybody that would know better about that than us,
It's almost like somebody that might work for a liquor company that makes whiskeys might have a better idea than we do. I don't know. Is there anyone here that works for that? Maybe somebody who makes distilled products for 40 Creek. Is there anyone here like that?
I don't think there is.
Nope. Not a one.
Not a one.
Okay, well, it's too
But
bad.
I mean, I'm only curious because the way it's worded, it's only for in their retail store. So I mean that ends up being something that's weird too, because a brewery can't sell a bottle of beer for less at the brewery than it's sold for at the LCBO. They're not legally allowed to. Yet, if this is the ruling, then they're getting a 61.5% tax increase on things sold from their store that wouldn't be on things sold from the LCBO.
Yeah.
Unless that's their way of forcing these distillers to use the LCBO shelf space instead of their own retail license.
Can I just reiterate my appeal to someone to assassinate Catherine Wynne? Can I just put that?
This is Mr. Souza,
We like to call
the
her
finance
Oracle
manager
Redenbach.
stuff.
I'd still say kill her too, just to say. You know, if some random sniper wanted to maybe shoot her in the face.
We are not telling people to kill people.
I'm just suggesting. I mean, if you happen to be shooting bullets her way, maybe aim a little closer.
We're not telling anyone to kill her, but we are saying if you happen to kill her, we're not going to be that angry at you. We might be okay with what you've done.
I'd be okay if her brains splattered all over a pavement sidewalk somewhere.
Now, remember that this person is not from Ontario. He is from the fishing communities.
I'm not from a fishing community. I'm in the fucking valley, motherfucker.
Community.
There's no fishing community in the valley.
Fishes in the valley, guys. That's why he can't catch any fish. He's never understood why.
I can catch fish. We have rivers and lakes in the valley, you know.
Jesus Christ, Chad, you're so racist.
Do we have any comments?
Yes, we do. Thor the Hound says, Rhino's right about taxes. It's good to see someone keeps up with this bullshit and speaks out.
Rhino's
here.
rarely right.
Here's a question from Reviewing on the Influence. Here's an elite beer reviewer question. Why do Belgian beers have so much head? A, too much brewer's yeast. B, because IPAs have wild yeast in them. C, alcohol cost.
C. C.
Do you get an extra point for that one?
Yeah, and that's and Reviewing on the Influence says it is unconstitutional to tax that shit between provincial borders, never mind within provinces.
We'll never win. Never. We'll never win.
Which that ironic win.
I'm ready to kill all the rest of these motherfuckers.
Okay, Nicholas. Topic.
Alrighty.
Wait, can we get a score breakdown first?
Score
First
breakdown. Nicholas at 4, Gregory at 3, Lee at 4, Chris at 4, and Ewart at 4.
Oh.
Well, fuck you guys.
Let's go with pub crawl.
Pub
Okay.
crawl. Pub crawl for Nicholas. Porter was named after Cole Porter, port wine, journalist, or London porters.
London Porters.
You have a point, sir.
Hey.
Oh, we did it.
Now that is due to the story of a porter being created for the porters. When they got off the boats, they had to go and get a drink, so the porters would be served right around all the bars near the harbors. Yeah. Anyway, Gregory, you are up.
Beer 101.
There is no Beer 101. You fucking drunk. Beerology. True or false? Beer and whiskey are both made in a process using grain, yeast, and water.
True.
You are right, sir. You get a point. Lee, you are up.
Beerology.
How is Lee going to do in this Iron Man match? Beer cans weren't invented until 1933. It took so long because of prohibition, sour beer, exploding beer, or consumer resistance.
Consumer resistance?
You are wrong, sir.
Steal.
Feel like
Go.
exploding beer.
Go. Steal the
First one.
First one, Prohibition. You lose a point, sir.
Damn it!
Ooh.
Steal.
No, you only get one steal. It's gone already. But we've talked about this for a year now. Exploding beer.
Ah, fuck! I had that, you bastards.
So back in the 19th century, when cans were invented, they did start trying to can beer, and all the cans would explode. Now in 2016, cans are still exploding. Good to know.
It's good stuff.
Lee, you are up.
No, I just
Yes, sorry, Chris, you're up.
Fuck. Buzzwords.
Buzzwords for Christopher. An ale conner, or ale coner, CONNER, was a official beer taster, an ale seller, a large ale mug, or a beer thief.
B. Seller.
Who wants to steal?
Damn it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody gets it.
Beer thief?
It was what we all are, an official beer taster.
Wow, cool. It's not a mentor air conditioning.
I wasn't willing to risk losing a point on that. So
Pussies, you're all a bunch of fucking. You're all a bunch of fucking pussies.
Oh, Matt.
You were up. Good day, Matt.
Pub crawl.
Pub crawl for Ewert. What country is home to the largest beer tankard in the world? Poland, Australia, Belgium, or Germany?
Come on, Poland.
Yeah, it's either Poland or Germany. Polish are stupid, so yeah, I'll say Poland.
You would be right.
Yes!
According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the largest beer tankard in the world is displayed in a shopping center in Poland.
They would do something stupid like that.
I'm happy for
It
you.
could hold more than 1,539 gallons of beer.
Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła.
So good day, Matt. How are you?
I'm pretty fantastic. How about you guys?
Oh, we are good. These guys are doing an Ironman to see if Lee stays the champion of beer trivia. They only have about, I would say, 14 questions left. Who do you think is going to win? Let me give you the score
we were going
now.
I thought we were going to 5.
Well, there's not enough questions to do next week, so we decided to just go through them all. The score is 5 for Nick, 4 for Greg, 4 for Lee, 3 for Chris, and 5 for Ewert.
My vote is for the one and only Jay Terrio. Thank you very much.
Actually, you know what? You would probably do really well at this game.
Actually, you would.
No,
the Southern Territories.
Not because he's ahead, but if I had my money before this started, I'd definitely bet Nick. I would bet Nick.
Woo! Even though I lost last week to Lee.
You would have been the only one, sir.
Nick was a jobber last week. He even lost to Christopher.
Oh shit!
I didn't lose to Christopher.
What's the punishment? What do you guys have to do? Like, what's
that supposed to mean?
I came in second last week.
Yeah, Nick came in
I'm
second
the
last
jobber.
week. He jobbed to
I'm the
me.
jobber.
He didn't job to Christopher. He jobbed to me, bitch.
They don't really have anything to do if they lose. It's just, can Lee stay champion? And
Right.
And by the way, and I'll throw this out to Matt, his opinion here. I was champion last week. Why the hell should I be defending my title against all these plebeians in another match when really they should be fighting each other to face me in a championship match?
I agree. This is the preliminaries. The cage match isn't for a couple weeks. You guys
See, look. Matthew is obviously
no. This went to a fatal 5-way. They went to a fatal 5-way Iron Man match.
Well,
it was a rematch.
in the spirit of wrestling, it is like you came into the ring thinking that you were just going to be like strutting your shit, and then everybody is going to have to battle out, but it turned into a battle royale, which is kind of apropos. So I'll allow it.
I am being fucking Hooskout here. Like, just people are fucking with me, man.
Fucking whining is what you're
And that's different than what? Whenever? How is that even different than
everyone's against me. Look at this Rhino motherfucker. He's just...
What's everyone drinking at this point in time? I am drinking a great concoction of Stiegl Radler and Smokey the beer from Plan B.
Sweet Cuvée action going on.
I'm having 2015 Bring Out Your Dead that has been aged to absolute fucking perfection.
In your magical fridge?
Well, it's only been in my fridge for about 2 weeks, but before then it was in my beer cellar, which also is magical.
Awesome. Lee, what are you on now?
I am drinking Propeller Revolution Imperial Stout.
Nicholas is playing with his camera.
I just popped the tap off of a 2016 Winter Warmer from Pickeroons.
Nice. What do you have there, Matthew? I can't read your can because I'm blind.
Hipster shit. Fucking Trillium Free Rise. It's just a Saison. Dry hop Saison.
Nice. Christopher,
yeah.
what are you on?
I'm on the Seiji Mouse Stad.
Do you like that?
I fucking enjoy this one. It's fucking good.
Yeah, I told you.
Great label. Ghetto as fuck.
I love it.
Ewart's muted, but he's been drinking tonight, so he probably has to mute himself.
Well, I've had two. The second one was like the Armory or Grain Armory in Michigan. It's a None of Your Business peanut butter stout, and it was actually really good.
Nice.
A nuttier
beers tonight.
Nuttier penis what? What?
Nuttiest penis stout.
Nutty 3 penis wine.
Nuttier poop.
Ewart's a lightweight. He's gonna start showing his penis to housewives.
Okay, let's get on to the next round because I want to fucking finish these jabronis off and retain the championship.
Do we have any comments right now?
Oh, fuck. Let's check and see if the fucking peanut gallery has anything to say.
It's not the peanut gallery. It is our great viewers that we love having.
Sure.
I love having.
Wrong.
The problem is, since the changes on YouTube, I can't read the comments anymore because I'm blinder than a motherfucker. And Lee's in charge of the comments. He always has been. So
yeah, there you go. Mr. Angus Wangus says 61% tax. Time for pitchforks and torches.
It really should be, to be honest with you.
Let's see here. Let's see. I'm just looking through comments that are actually have anything to do with what we're talking about. Okay, Thor the Hound says, when are you going to see a chugging contest again? Let's be honest, Rhino, you would kick all your butts, or would he?
Oh.
I don't know how. I don't know if many of these guys are good at chugging.
No.
I seem to recall doing better in the Guinness Gauntlet than a lot of motherfuckers around here. So
the Guinness Gauntlet is a hard one, yeah.
I know Greg's good at chugging, but I don't know about beer.
Yeah.
Penis.
Those are hard to do because I don't get people here anymore. I'm actually trying to plan a night where people come over after work and we do some beers and stuff. So maybe sometime soon.
Yeah, and the rest of it's not important. Let's get on to the fucking content.
Is it more fighting about who's the hottest?
No, now they're just saying what they're drinking, and I don't give a fuck.
Well, that's good. I like knowing what people are drinking. But let's get on to the next round. See, yeah. So again, to the viewers, I'm sorry, I don't get to read your comments until after this goes offline and people actually start commenting. Then I wish they'd actually save these comments.
Yeah,
that would be nice, and I could go and read them afterwards. Nicholas, you are currently tied for the lead with Ewart. What topic are you taking?
Pub crawl.
Pub crawl. Pub crawl for Nicholas. True or false? The Coors Brewing Company in Golden, Colorado, invented a beer label that indicates when the beer is cold enough to drink.
Really? Yes, true.
That's what I'm thinking.
It says
false.
True, but at the same time, Ewart is actually kind of right. It is kind of false because it was invented by Molson Coors, yes, but it started in Poland.
On the Żywiec.
Oh, wow, really?
Żywiec there.
So this is kind of right and kind of wrong.
I should get the point.
Kind of like the beer.
Kind of like the beer, yeah. Greg, you are up.
Beer 101.
There is no Beer 101.
Okay, beerology.
Okay, beerology. True or false? The beer warms up more quickly in a glass than in a bottle.
I would say that's true.
Oh, well, you would think that would be true, but this card is saying false.
It's the moops. The moops.
It says it's the other way around because the drinker typically has his hand wrapped tightly around the bottle.
What if your glass is, you have a glass or bottle-shaped glass?
Well, yeah, but we got to go with the cards.
It's science.
You will quickly learn, Matt, that a lot of these questions are extremely fucking flawed.
You also have the fact that the bottle is thicker than a lot of the glasses too. So even if you only have your hand on the glass for a short period of time, more heat should transfer from that short period of time than is transferring through the bottle.
And you have a larger opening as well for heat to fucking escape.
Exactly.
fucking glass.
But again, we have these great questions from the great game beer knowledge, beer facts. Sorry, so yeah, we have to agree with these cards that obviously somebody from. Basically, what I'm saying.
I'm like Hillary. I got the popular vote, but you guys are still getting Trump for president.
Yep, basically what's happening.
Did you wait till I was on to say that?
Well, it's very much apropos at the very least.
Basically, this is a great little game that is made for all the Chris Peters in the world. Lee, your choice.
I will go pub crawl.
Pub crawl for Lee. Pub crawl for Lee. Question, true or false? Beer was banned in the country of Iceland from 1915 to 1959.
True.
You are right, sir.
Ding ding.
Here's the great thing about bureaucracy, okay? And this just shows how great bureaucracy is. In 1905, Icelanders voted to ban all alcoholic drinks, but the law didn't take effect until 1915.
Yeah, I actually knew that one as well. And yeah,
I knew that one, but I didn't know the years, and I didn't realize it took 10 years for them to get the law in after they voted it in. Christopher, you are up.
Beerology.
Beerology for Christopher. Beerology. What are hops? Are they grains, fruit, fungi, or flowers?
Grains.
Steel.
Oh, fuck, I'm an idiot.
Nick got it first, I think. Or
Flowers.
No.
They're flowers.
Oh,
Nick got the point.
bullshit.
Sorry.
I do keep my eyes on the screen. I watch for whose face comes up first.
Whose face comes up first does not correlate with the fucking audio, sir.
You
that
are
doesn't.
up. Ewart?
Pub crawl.
Pub crawl. Pub crawl for Ewart. One of the last two pub crawls. What is the best-selling import beer in the U.S.? Corona, Guinness, Amstel Light, or Heineken?
Oh, fudge. I'll say Corona.
And you would get a point.
Yes.
What do you think of these horrible, horrible questions, Matt?
Horrible has a quality also. So I'm enjoying this swath of dumpster fire horribleness.
Okay, guys, we are almost out of questions, so a champion will be crowned soon.
I don't think it's the champion. I think it's the least loser.
And we have one big news article left. One big news article left before all shit descends into Lee's movie madness. Anyway, Nicholas, you are up.
Pub crawl.
Pub crawl, the last pub crawl. True or false? Tsingtao Lager is the #1 consumer product exported by China.
Sure, why not? True.
You would be true.
Woo.
Oh, we might have a new champion
Wow,
coming up.
Who's leaning on the fucking easy category now, Nick?
Pub crawl was the hard one to you last week.
Greg, you are up.
Where's our audience? They all suck.
I'm here. It's okay. I want beer 101.
So, beerology, okay.
It's awesome.
Which ingredient comes first when brewing beer? Hops, yeast, wort, or mash?
Huh?
Steel.
Hey, fuck you. I don't actually know the answer.
Mash.
To hops, yeast. I'm gonna say wort.
Wait, you already answered? And I answered? That doesn't matter.
He said
Steel
wort.
again.
He's wrong. Who's stealing? Ewart
Mash.
stealing?
Steel. Mash.
Ewart gets the point.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's all, what is it? 2 answers there? That's like a true or false.
No, there was 4 answers there.
Oh, there were. I didn't even hear him.
Greg, you're up. Sorry, Lee, you're up.
Yeah, right again.
Okay, so now we just have what, 2
Buzzword and beerology.
buzzwords?
Buzzwords for Lee. True or false? The English word cash comes from the ancient Sumerian word for beer.
I'm gonna say false.
You would be wrong, sir.
Steel.
The Sumerians so valued beer that they used it as barter. Thus, the Sumerian word for beer developed into the English word for cash.
Where did the word cash homie come from?
Christopher, you are up.
Buzzword.
Last question for buzzwords. And 1 second, my blind eyes are not letting me read this very well. There's a few letters I cannot make out. A labiorfist, so L-A-B,
What?
an L-A-B-E-O-R.
Labia what?
Labia orifice.
Start over.
What kind of question is this?
A labiorfist, which is L-A-B-E-O-R-F-I-L-S-T, is someone who knows everything about beer. No, that would be Jay.
Chris
Spears
Peters?
beer, collects beer
Alcoholocaust.
bottles, or loves to brew beer.
Collects beer bottle labels.
You are right, sir.
Yeah. No one can steal that for points, motherfuckers.
Ewert is up, and here is your question, Ewert.
What category is
False. This is beerology.
All right, just want to get my head right. All right.
True or false? Well, this is kind of okay. This isn't a fair one, but whatever. True or false? Expiration dates on beer cans and bottles mean nothing.
Oh, wait, this is a loaded question.
It is a loaded question. I'm already admitting that this is another question we can make fun of.
So they're saying it means nothing? Well, I guess they're on there, so it means something, so it's false.
You are correct, sir. The answer would be false, but at the same time, the answer is true because, I mean, beers can be aged long past the best before date. Best before dates does not mean that it is worst after. It's a government thing, and yeah, I mean, how many beers have we had that were like 40 years old and they were okay?
Like all of them?
Exactly.
Forget who you're talking to here.
Okay, final 7 questions, guys. Final 7 questions.
All beerology?
All beerology. So we will
What are
do
the scores?
We will do a round here. There's 5 of you, so we'll do a round with each of you getting a question, and then the last 2 will be rapid fire questions. Much like
How about
Jeopardy.
the last 2 questions be if there's a tie? If there's a tie on the last, after these 5 questions, and the last 2 questions determine the
You
winner.
can't really say
if
there's a tie because maybe somebody could end up being the winner with those last 2 questions.
That's true. That's true. Then
So,
that's
okay. we'll wait till after this round and see where we're at. But as of this round, Nick has 8, which is looking good for Matt's prediction. Greg has 4, which is not looking good for Greg. Lee has 5, which is not looking good for the champ. Chris has 4, and Ewert has 8.
Ooh, it's tied.
Ooh.
So Nicholas,
The last 2 should be sudden death.
You might be getting a new champ this week.
Obviously, beerology.
yes, and it is a multiple choice question, so this is stealable. Remember that a steal will cost you a point if you're wrong. Anyway, a standard keg is a quarter barrel, a half barrel, a full barrel, or 2 barrels.
Quarter barrel.
Who wants
Steal.
it?
Steal!
Oh, fuck.
I already
I
said it.
believe it was Chris first.
Yeah, it was.
Full barrel.
You are wrong
Steel.
as well.
Steel, half barrel.
Yay!
You would have been correct, but he didn't get it because it was.
I lost a point, so you guys
It
just
was
split
less
mine.
than
My,
barrel.
that would have been my one, too.
Damn.
Gregory.
What does that,
you are
what does that equal in
insane,
hectoliters?
Can I have beer 101?
You're 101. No, you can't. True or
Jesus
false?
Christ.
Ice beer is made by freezing the beer.
I think that's true.
That is true as long as you are not a brewery such as which one is it? Is it Molson or Labatt? One of them ice filters and one of them actually ice brews. I don't remember which is which though. If I remember the commercials with Michael Ironside, I do believe that Molson ice filters.
Well, you can trust Michael Ironside on whatever.
Wasn't Ironside on the Labatt?
Call sign Viper. Thank you very much.
Wasn't Michael Ironside on the Labatt ice commercials?
Exactly, and he was saying we are the only beer that actually ice brews.
I think you said it more like we are the only beer that.
Yeah, basically like that. Lee, you are up. True or false? Skunky beer actually contains the same chemical compound as skunk spray.
True.
You are right, sir. You are right.
Motherfucker.
Well, hold on.
Oh, the crowd woke up for the champ.
Okay, Christopher. This is multiple choice. Fill in the blank, guys. Fill in the blank. Grapes are to wine as blank is to beer. Hops, grains, yeast, or sugar.
Hops.
Steel.
That goes to Lee.
Sugar. Or grapes.
Steel.
And Lee loses a point. It would have been green.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
So that's bring me up to 7 now, right?
No, you lost the point.
What?
You said sugars.
You failed, Lee.
That's
Oh,
grains.
It only brought you up to 6 anyway.
Even
No,
I
he was
knew-
already at 6. It would have brought him up to 7.
So he's
Now
back
he's down
to
to
5.
So I actually lost one. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So a new champion will be crowned tonight.
Okay, well, I'm going to take a piss and fuck all you people.
Okay, your question.
Oh.
Your question is: beers can get their bubbles in a process called racking, bunging, cold filtering, or napping.
Racking.
And they're saying bunging.
Oh, I didn't get a
What?
chance to steal?
That's bullshit.
That's wrong. I don't know what bung is.
A bung is the hole in the fucking barrel.
Bung
That,
And that's I'm actually trying to read their description on the back right now because a bung is the hole on the barrel.
Bunghole?
And you put the bung in the
Oh,
hole.
that makes sense.
Bung in the hole.
In some beers or ales, carbonation is produced by a natural process called bunging, in which carbon dioxide bubbles are trapped in the beer towards the end of fermentation. If you bung too early, the beer will become very carbonated. Okay, so what they're saying is basically that they're idiots. Doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, last 2 questions. This is between Nicholas and Ewart, and only Nicholas and Ewart.
Sound like Donkey Kong.
It's 8 and 8.
So 1 question each, or what? How does this
I'm going to read it, and whoever answers first gets a point. And then we'll read the list. Or should we do 1 and 1? Should we give them 1 and 1?
Do one
One
and
and
one
one.
and tiebreaker if
And we
there's
can steal the other one, unless it's true or false, I guess.
True.
1 is true and false, and 1 is not.
Do the true and the multiple choice list last or something.
What's the score right now, guys?
They're both 8.
This left.
do the multiple
Oh.
choice, but he's
It's Matt.
yeah.
You think of a tiebreaker question because they both should get their question right.
Okay. I
They
got it.
both should get their question right.
Okay.
Okay, so for Nick, darker beers get their color from barley, brown rice, hops, or yeast.
Barley.
Alrighty, Nick goes up to 9 points. This should be Ewart going up to 9 points here. But at the same time, it might not be because he might get screwed by the wording.
The question's stupid. Yeah, cards are dumb.
In England, beer is usually drank at room temperature, about 65 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wait, is this a true or false?
Yep.
That's true.
It is false!
What?
Because that's not room temperature.
It is beer
It is
in
in
Britain
England.
is not drunk warm, but at cellar temperatures, which is between 52 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Really? Huh.
In your face, Lee!
So,
Hold that fucking
and
win
I actually did.
Here
think
comes
that
the
you were gonna
chirping.
get that one. I thought Ewart was going to get that one.
I don't know.
However, the champion, as predicted by the one and only Matt from Massive Beer Reviews, is fucking Nick.
I had a great fucking question too. Now,
Let me answer the question. I want to hear Matt's question.
I want to hear Matt's question.
I do too.
Answer
Okay.
is Trillium.
there you go. No, it's called hipster shit, fucker. I was going to ask,
Holocaust.
like, Hops have a cousin, or not even cousin, almost identical twin flower in the United States or everywhere in the globe, actually.
Marijuana.
What is it? What is it?
Marijuana.
There it is.
Marijuana.
Okay, I'm going to go take a urine break, and then we're going to do comments, and then we're going to do the last news story. Matt's in charge while I'm gone.
How about that shit? Walt's
Like,
in
Wait,
here.
then can we go?
Haven't been here
And
for weeks.
Hopefully at some
Walking
point
like
does some dance.
I have
you would think that the
only
champ would be in charge.
I have only 5 things to say about that. Hail to the king, baby. Yeah.
I think it should be Dylon. This is
5 of the most
fire.
the greatest is I spit hot fire. 5 of the great rappers of the world. Dylon.
Oh,
Chappelle, man.
Mm.
5 of the greatest rappers in the world, man.
You're too close, man.
Because you want to get a piece of this hot fire?
So it's new, motherfuckers. It has life and shit.
Yeah, it's been going all right.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm not
Matt-
amused.
Of course
Matt,
you
you gonna be
Oh.
doing
That's what happens when you're a
Matt, you
loser.
doing any Black Friday beer hunting on Friday though?
No.
No, good for you.
I can't do it, man. I'm like, I have this weird kind of like douchebaggy fucking, like, I don't wait in line kind of fucking thing. I can never do the line thing. So I have a friend that works, like, I'll do my Bourbon County stuff, but I have a friend that works for AB and Bev. So he like drives and he tells me, okay, I dropped a case off here. Nobody knows it's here. So then I drive there and just grab it and leave. You know what I mean? Like, I won't, like,
Nice.
yeah, like that's what I'll do. Like, it's actually like, I guess barley wine's going to be like kind of like, and it makes sense. Barley wine's not going to be as prevalent this year because barley wine's aged in the stout barrels, and with stout being fucked up last year and barley wine being fucked up last year, I guess the allocations are less. I don't know, but I mean, at this point, I'm just like, I just don't have it in me. I don't even know what else is going on. There's a place down the street from me, like, actually not down the street. It's like a half an hour away. They're doing 13, 14, 15, and 16 on draft. And they're doing like bottle release and shit like that. I might, if I can find a ride, I'll go. But I'm not driving to there. Someone's gonna have to carry me out, you know?
Yep.
So
Did you know there's only 2 kinds of barley wine, an English and an American, and they can be aged for 5 years, I think?
yeah, no more than 5 years. After that, it's 93 garbage.
Matt isn't privy to what we're making fun of, but it's
I have
awesome
no
at the
idea.
same time.
But yeah, no. What about you? What are you doing?
I'm working, but there's a lot of stuff going on in Michigan. Like there's the Odd Sides Hipster will be out, Hipster Brunch, which is tasty, and
Still haven't had it.
huh?
Still haven't had it.
Oh,
No.
man.
Yeah.
If I'm working on I should be able to get a case of it, so we'll have to work something out.
Yeah, I actually have really good connects right now. Like, oddly enough, because I'm kind of an asshole, but yeah, whatever.
And then there's another one called from Pigeon Hills called Your Mom on French Toast, which is a really interesting name, but it's actually very good. It's like vanilla, cinnamon, stout, or whatever. But that's another one in Michigan. I'll be busy. Then of course like Transient. So they have like the beer nectar. Was it the beer nerd nectar or something like that? It's a stout, and then there's also obviously the Bourbon County stuff, but I'm not doing any of that stuff.
I'm so fucking livid, dude. Like, because I was doing a radio show for a while that ended, not because of what I did, but there's like a producer guy. He's like a cocaine addict, and he fucked everything up, and it was like technically his show, and I sent out a bunch of emails to like I constantly sending emails to breweries being like, hey, you want to come on the show? Want to come on the show? Want to come on the show? Whatever. And like someone would write back, someone didn't. But I stopped doing the show like 2 months ago. I got an email 2 days ago from Shrams going, yeah, whatever you want, let me know. We'll send you whatever, and we'll come on the show and do whatever. So I might have to do an internet show just to get some Shram needs on the fucking slime ball tip.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because that.
Yeah.
I hadn't. I don't. I'm not just because of the price point and all that stuff. I don't procure a lot of that or consume a lot of that just because it's just so darn expensive. But the couple times I've gone there just to have pours, obviously a fraction of the price and all. It's just it is incredible stuff, man. Oh my!
It's great, but it's also like heroin though. Like you know what I mean? It's like next level shit. It's straight up mainline and diabetes. You know what I mean?
It is. Oh yeah, it's super sweet. You can't drink a whole bottle, that's for sure. And it's it's delicious. It's the best liquid you put in your mouth. Black Agnes, especially.
Oh, I got the best liquid you're gonna put in your mouth.
I was throwing that lob ball up there, but
you've been hitting a lot of the New England stuff lately, though. I've seen you fucking getting there.
Yeah, I have a friend who works at Trillium, so.
Oh, nice.
Friend. Yeah, wasn't a friend. It was just a trading partner. We, sent enough stuff back and forth, and then Facebook friends and shooting the shit. And he's from Ohio, so I hooked him up with Hoof Hearted and some other things from Shrams and all that stuff. So yeah, Trillium's like anything I want, but I just don't all the time. But
it's my a guy around here, guy with a legendary cellar. We hung out a couple times and actually drank beer together. But I went to his house actually for a fantasy football draft. It was right before, obviously, the NFL kicked off. And I've never seen a cellar like this in my life. Younger guy, probably 32 years old, and we're talking like tens of thousands of dollars in beer. But totally salt of the earth, doesn't talk about it. You know what I mean? Hey, I'll have a fantasy football draft at my house, not come see my shit, kind of guy, And he's like, yeah, whatever. He's like, I go up every now and then. He's like, if you ever want anything. I was like, yeah, sure. I'm like, I'd appreciate it. Turns out 2 weeks later, he actually he worked for Amazon.com, and he was a technology guy there. And he quit. Well, he didn't quit. He got what do you call that? Fucking somebody came and picked him out of Amazon. And he's working for TJ Maxx, so he's living 5 miles away from Trillium now. But he still has his house up here, and his wife works here. So every week he drives up to 2 minutes from Trillium, works for the week, comes back home. So he's like, yeah, whatever you want, whenever you want. And he's like, I just come back every weekend. So it's kind of sweet times for me right now.
You know what I have to say? I fucking hate you.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna last forever. Let's put it that way. So. But I mean, I take care of him. He's an awesome
it's
guy.
Smokey the Beer and Stiegel Radler mixture.
You hate everyone, though.
Well, listen, I mean, you can put Stiegel Radler on some fucking cat dookie, and that shit would be straight up fire. So,
Yeah. Any comments there, Lee?
Before I get to the comments, I just want to say this is a travesty. This was rigged from the beginning against me. It was deliberately.
You know what I love?
Two people. The most whitest person in here and the second most whitest person in this chat were conspiring against me to defeat me and take my title away. Listen, Nick, you might be running wild right now, boy. You might be on your high. You might be thinking you're the top of the pops, baby.
I am, baby.
I'm coming after you. It doesn't matter where it is and what format it is. It might
Before
be
you even answer
quiz.
the questions, I changed the fucking answers.
It might be in a trivia quiz. It might be in a ring. It might be in the back alley of a lead pipe to the back of your knees. But look over your shoulder, brother, because I'm fucking coming for you. And now to the questions. Thor the Hound says, love all you fuckers from Michigan. He says he's only 21, by the way, but you guys are cool.
Awesome.
Thank you.
He likes the old guys.
Cheers, buddy.
We're in Michigan. We're in Michigan.
Look at Matt's gray hair. He's the oldest of us all.
Look at your gray hair, man.
I went past gray, bitches. I don't have to worry about that step.
Hey, I got fucking grays here too, eh?
I'm the silver fox, okay?
I'm actually silver. You're fucking white.
Where in Michigan was asked. Any other comments there? Moderator?
Moderator.
I
Go
can
back
go
to
on
your
about
job,
how this was
moderator.
against me, but I think everyone understands.
Doesn't matter if you fucking won the popular vote.
I think everyone understands this is an unfair contest. You just shut your mouth, Nick.
I
You
just love
shut
the
your
fact-
jabroni mouth.
I just love the fact that you came out of nowhere and almost won.
Yeah. I was
I don't
like
even
bet the Hitman Hart at the very end.
He was like the
I got
1, 2, 3
screwed
kid
over.
on his debut match.
I don't even understand how that
Hey,
happened.
you were the Hitman Hart.
Exactly. You know, and I still protest the very first one when I jumped in on a steal, not knowing that the consequence was -1 point until after.
All I hear is
Nonsense.
whining and crying.
I got screwed over by
that
the
happened-
fans.
That happened to me twice. I lost points.
I hear whining and crying from the champion now. Do you not see how this was rigged
Ah.
against me?
That means I actually have 11 points, fucker.
Does not anyone ever see here now how this was rigged against me? I was fucking hoosgout into this match.
Rigged against me, and I fucking won.
You did not win. You lost.
Yes, I won.
You lost. You know you lost. You know you're a loser.
I'm the least
You know
loser.
You are a loser.
According to Matt, I'm the least loser.
Yes. I'm the champion.
Nick and Ewert had the most scratches, so they had the most point changes.
That's right. It was calculated against me.
Now we're just that good. That we had the points to lose.
No.
Denial.
Greg made it to 5 points, which is pretty good because he started at -1 after the first round.
Everyone watching knows I am still the real champion.
Well, you
I
had to
never
rely on
lost my toe.
buzzwords all night.
Hey,
you you did that the entire first round of the first week.
Lee may be the people's champ, but Nick has got the metal, the hardware.
You know, the best part is Chris made it up to 5, and then he dropped down to 2, and then he made it back to 3.
Damn right.
Nick is a paper champion, baby. He's a paper champion.
You're a paper face.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what it means either, but you're still saying it.
Okay, so this last news article is a Facebook post from a brewery. The brewery closed at the beginning of September. This was a article that was brought up to me just a few days ago when I was talking to a few guys about breweries closing and how people were thinking that no real craft breweries really closed. Now this article kind of makes me sad because of the way it is, but then you get to the comments section, and like everything, don't read any comments on the internet. But anyway, this is posted from the Broken Road Brewing Company. So Broken Road Brewing Company. Weak local sales force shutdown. Hello, Broken Road fans and Facebook followers. This is the short version of a longer story. We are going on hibernation, at least until a suitable investor or co-owner is found. Watch for special opening days and times coming soon. Our explanation, our business model relied on support from the over 14,000 residents in our trading area. Despite our research with such a positive outcome and enthusiasm to our proposed business, the local customers have been very few, some days even 0 showing up in a day. We have a small but loyal group of repeat locals who we love and are very grateful for their support. We will miss you. Our highway travelers were numerous, but only half the customer base we needed to break even. We had fun meeting new people and enjoyed serving them. Sorry, 1 second. Before I continue this, let me turn off my camera because you're going to see this as I read because I am blind.
He wants to masturbate.
You're right. My dick's going to be in my hand the whole time I do this.
That's right, because why not?
We had fun meeting new people and enjoying serving them the beer they came to love. We will also miss all of you and are very thankful for you helping us experience our dream of bringing something great to 100 Mile House. All may not be lost. We will try to restructure. We are in search of an investor and partner who may want to help us expand production, create a lounge, and hire staff. Our pockets are only so deep, and we missed the mark. As the locals expected a small craft brewery to be, most local feedback now indicates a brew pub. Now the real world beckons us to earn some actual money for our family and to maintain a level of happiness and security that we jeopardized by doing this project. This may not be the end of Broken Road Brewing Company. If we can find a way, we will be here again to fill the glasses, bottles, and growlers with some great fresh local beer. Thank you again, blah, 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 blah. And then they go on to a little bit more in depth. Everything is so finite. Life, of course, is finite. Time is finite. Patience is finite. Personal finances are finite. And it turns out the life of Broken Road Brewing seems inevitably finite. Despite hundreds and hundreds or more local well-wishers, craft beer fans, friends, family, and strangers who all thought bringing a brewery to 100 Mile was going to be awesome, the unfortunate reality is we had a very low turnout of local customers. We modeled our business around seeing 20 to 30 locals every day, a number that we didn't think seemed unreasonable. But in fact, our average was only 3 to 4 locals a day. As many travelers, tourists, and visitors of the area stopped by as we assumed would, and continued to as time passed. But of course, there is an unpredictability demographic which changes daily, blah, 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 blah. They go on to talk about how everybody wanted a brew pub. It is unfortunate that despite all of our hard work, investment in time, money, and commitment to our brand, it wasn't enough to get us to where we could financially find who even cares? The dream of opening a brewery was never to become millionaires. We knew the beer business was very tough with low profits, but we moved forward and designed it around our local economy and trading area, more than 14,000 people. We thought we could be able to serve and sell $300 worth of beer to locals each day. So basically it comes down to, thank you again and so long, craft beer lovers, blah, 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 blah. It comes down to they are blaming the local area for not coming out and supporting them. You go into the comments, and almost every comment is, we expected you to have food, we expected a brew pub, we expected this, we expected that. One person saying that the name, Broken Road Brewing Company, did not tell them what you were going to be doing. I thought the word brewing in the name kind of told you what the company was.
Stupid people. Stupid people.
But yeah, there's like 75 comments here, and they're all basically, we expected you to have food. And some of them say your beer wasn't very good. There are some people that say we loved your beer, but you didn't have food, so we didn't come. Yeah. Thoughts on a company blaming the locals for closing, and then on the locals saying you just didn't give us everything we wanted.
Well, I will just say here that any brewery that thinks they can open without a proper kitchen, other than Cunahan, who seems to do very well without one, but I think otherwise it's suicide, because guess what? When I drink, I want to eat. And if you don't give me a place to eat, then I'm going to go to Wendy's or something, and I'm going to leave your brew pub and not buy as much beer as you'd like me to buy.
Well, to argue with you on that one, Greg, when Chad and I went to Plan B today, the owner, John, there, he's saying, you know what, I don't have a kitchen. I can put one in later if I needed to, but he's got all the restaurants. Anyone can bring their own food in.
Well, I would say there's over 200 breweries in Ontario, and I don't even think half of them have kitchens.
Yeah, you can bring your own food in. There's technically a Subway right next door to this guy in St. Catharines. If fucking you're hungry, you go to Subway, fucking bring the sub back in. I mean,
well, the thing is, like, there's a bar down the street from me called Monk's Kettle, and they're a pretty decent craft beer bar, but generally speaking, I only drink 2 or 3 beers from them because they close their kitchen early. They have excellent food, but they close their kitchen early, and I often go there late. And I want to go to Wendy's or something. If they had their kitchen open later, buying twice as much beer and food from them, and they'd be making a shitload more money for me. So, yeah, I mean, it's great that they offer me beer, but they could make a lot more money off me if they offer me food too.
But Monk's Kettle isn't an actual brewery; it's a pub.
Same shit, different pile.
I would not call a bar at all the same thing as a brewery.
They're similar enough.
I don't know. In my opinion, a brewery is supposed to brew beer. That's all they're really supposed to do. Nickelbrook doesn't have a kitchen. Cameron's doesn't have a kitchen. Mill Street doesn't have a kitchen. Like, the list just keeps going and going and going and going.
Mill Street, you can
go to the beer hall, but the Mill Street's beer hall is not Mill Street Brewing.
Okay, well,
and in the States,
the one that has the kitchen is the one I'll go to.
Like, a lot of, like, breweries in the States progress past that point, and they start producing, like, food and make it more of a destination point, not just beer, you know.
Well, yeah, I understand that there are a lot of breweries that do a destination point. I mean, I can name a lot that do as well, but I can name more, at least here in Ontario, that are nothing but a brewery than ones that have a kitchen as well.
I mean, there's a lot here, but at the same time, you get to the point where it's like, you know, it's kind of like in upstate New York, you have all these wineries, and all the wineries started opening like breweries just so, like, you know, not to be sexist or whatever, the husbands had something to do while the wives went on the winery tour. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like the same thing with breweries in the United States, where they're like, okay, we'll have more than just beer. That way, other people can come. So when people are like, where do you want to go? And be like, oh, I want to go to so-and-so brewery, and be like, all they have is beer. I don't want to go there. It's like that kind of thing happening, you know?
Yep. No, I can understand that. I don't know many breweries that go into the industry without actually doing a lot of market research. So the fact that they didn't realize that the locals wanted a brew pub over a brewery is kind of weird to me. Going on that same topic, to say you didn't know what you were going to get by the name brewing in the company is kind of strange to me as well. Most brew pubs will have restaurant or eatery and things in there too. What's Halo called? Isn't Folly says brew pub right in the title. Bellwoods, I do believe, calls themselves a brew pub. Greg,
Maybe the place just failed because their beer was shit.
Well, there's that possibility as well, or the staff was assholes, or this and that.
Yeah,
but
or the owner was a dick. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Coming out and fully just blaming the locals. I mean, yeah, you want locals to be there, but if you're open for a couple months and locals aren't coming, maybe you start reevaluating your business.
If you're open for a couple months and you treat them like shit, and they're not, and you give them one bad experience, and you know how it works. Fucking one bad experience goes to three. That person tells 3 other people, and the fucking it all just escalates from there and expands. So
it's just kind of weird though. At the same time, I mean, you're looking at this place, 100 Mile. 100 Mile is a little community in British Columbia. There is 14,000 people there. There's a highway going through it and all that. Most of these small communities usually do really well with a local brewery because the locals, rally behind it. So it's kind of weird to see a local brewery in a small town fold. I mean, you see breweries in big towns fold, in big cities fold every once in a while, but to see one in a small community fold, you have to wonder what all was going on there. How close are they to the big cities that have better things to offer, or what, things like that.
Yep. So them blaming their own town or their own city, the locals for not going or not supporting them, there's probably a reason why they weren't supporting them in the first place. Basically, that's it. That's all on that one.
And then you have breweries that can call their supporters fucking idiots and still do really well, like say something called Pizza Boy. That was a segue for Matt, but
no, I pointed, man. Like, you have no idea. There's other people that I mean, the beer pricing thing, that could be a whole show. Because people are actually, beer pricing has gotten better, but there's some people that still, I don't know. It just sucks. And there's off-the-air stuff I could talk about Pizza Plate, too, when we're off there. So that'll be fun.
Sorry, I'm getting a lot of Facebook texts, guys. Some of them from Nick posting Ric Flair videos, and some other ones
from Lee going, Lee just can't take it. Lee, you lost. Okay, let's move past this.
Listen, Jabroni, you shut your mouth. You were lower than me on the fucking scorecard, so you don't even have anything to say.
No,
you have nothing to say, sir. You have nothing to say. Nothing to say. Just shut your mouth.
I picked up the Bose Best of Bose pack, so I have one of these sitting here on the floor.
Oh yeah, I might have to do some tag team wrestling questions. Just kidding. Do some wrestling trivia. No, I'm out. I wouldn't do it.
I gotta tell you, I'm a little annoyed that the Bose Oktoberfest pack hasn't gone down in price on my local studio yet. They still got tons of them. They haven't discounted them.
They're not going to discount them.
last year they discounted them to $14 a 4-pack.
Wow, $14 a 4-pack is a nice discount.
Yeah, I'm hoping they do that this year, but they haven't done it. They haven't done it yet, and they've got like at least like about 20 of them left.
Well, if they're slowly moving, they won't discount them. They'll just hope to get the money off of them.
Well, fuck you. You're not getting the money off me unless you discount them to $14 a 4-pack. Then I'll buy one. Because why not? Actually, what I once did is I bought 2 for like the cheap price. I drank one. I wasn't that impressed with it, so I returned it to another store and got the full price back for it.
You are a fucking
Because I'm an
swindler,
asshole.
sir.
Yeah, I am.
Swindler.
So there was a comment today posted on Jordan St. John's Facebook, and it was a comment that was given to him by Lauren. Lauren is the brewmaster and part owner at Big Rig, and Lauren is not from the Ontario area. He came from out west originally, and his comment was that Ontario seems to be Canada's wild west of brewing. And then there was a big argument that spiraled there. Started from Ben Johnson saying, yeah, what people forgot about the Wild West was it was full of bureaucracy and regulations. And, I mean, I guess my first question would be, in your opinion, that comment from Lauren, what would you take it as? In what way do you think Ontario would be the Wild West of brewing in Canada? For me, I'm looking at... I've been to a lot of breweries in this province, and there is a very wide variety of ways things are brewed, from plastic fermenters to Pilsner Technora fermenters being used. Well, Pilsner Technora is basically just a fucking tank to hold the Pilsner, which is something that Nick saw at TWB, all the way up to like Whippersnapper, who ferments their barrels in industrial barrels. They ferment their beer in industrial barrels, and the beer is inside a plastic bag which has a knot tied in the top.
I remember that.
Nothing? Nobody? Nothing? No? You all suck.
You suck.
It's just quiet. I mean, I try to start a conversation. Nobody wants to talk. Fuck you guys. I'm just going to beat off to this.
Fuck you guys, I'm going home.
Well, first of all, who doesn't want to beat off that? Second of all, it's like, if it's the Wild West, it's because they're very innovative and they do stuff that's on a new frontier, like blah, 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 kind of like the West did, and they killed Indians. We kill Indians too.
Kill all the Indians.
I think he's drunk.
All the East Indians as well.
Maybe your alcohol problem cost you the game tonight.
Maybe you should shut up.
I'm waiting on 2 boxes of beer, okay? 1 box of beer was mailed from Nova Scotia from an unnamed king of beer tube. And the other box of
He's
beer...
no longer the king, baby.
The
He's
other
no longer the
box of
king,
beer
baby.
was mailed from Half Hours on Earth. Now, the Half Hours on Earth, they have a order from our site section. And they're like, we order on Monday, so everybody gets their beer by Friday. Seaforth is 2 hours away from here. So I figured I'd get it Wednesday. It would leave on Monday. It would get here. It would get to Mississauga on Tuesday. I'd see it on Wednesday. Well, today's Wednesday. It's still sitting in fucking Seaforth, Ontario. It has not moved from Seaforth. I don't know if Seaforth only picks up once a week. It might, because it's such a butt-fuck nowhere type of place. But I would have expected that one time a week being probably Monday, maybe Monday and Wednesday or something like that. So who knows if I'll even see it this week. And then the one from Nova Scotia sat in fucking Nova Scotia until fucking Tuesday. And it just hit Kitchener, which isn't even Mississauga yet. So I might see that on Friday.
Yeah. But, so they probably opened it to see what it was because it was probably sloshing when they moved it, and they probably repackaged it and sent it your way, so shut the fuck up.
They should have sent it on the way on, like, Sunday or Monday.
Well, yeah, they can't send it on Sunday or Monday because the fucking post office is closed.
No, the postal workers are still working. Things ship on those days.
No, they don't.
The trucks drive.
Not here. If they didn't send it on Friday, it wasn't going to be sent until Monday. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Can I just point out the fact that Chad is clearly waiting for a box of box?
And the interesting thing is that Uritz's package actually did get sent on Friday. It
He
actually.
doesn't want box. He wants Uritz's package.
We've all seen yours package. It's not that impressive.
That's why he punts glasses onto the ground whenever he's around. Fuck this shit. I did mention in one of my earlier videos today that there are 2 breweries that are added to the beer festival. I just haven't announced them yet. Those 2 breweries are Mash Paddle and Plan B Beer Works in St. Catharines.
Yeah, Plan B, the abortion beer company.
Oh,
Wow.
what a tagline! It's great.
That was fucking hilarious.
You know, while he was smoking, we did talk about the fact that you went in there and asked him about that.
100% did. I asked him about that. And he,
The morning
he
after
explained to me-
pill.
He explained to me that he was from Quebec, and Plan B doesn't have a connotation in Quebec that it does in Ontario. So when he started the brewery name, he didn't quite understand what the connotation was until
Yeah.
after he had already registered
Well-
and all that shit.
Well, maybe he should have really maybe he should have researched that before. Now he'll forever be known as the morning after beer.
We have a Plan B in the States too. We have a Plan B in the States. They're like super coveted, small time, farmhouse.
Small time, like the kid ain't mine. You know.
That one didn't make much sense there, Nicholas.
Kick her in the
No,
stomach.
it totally made sense.
Yeah,
Kid ain't mine. Yeah, kid ain't mine. Take that Plan B pill, so the kid ain't mine.
Is it the Plan B pill in the U.S. as well?
Oh yeah. Fucking day
I know
after.
that the day after pill can
Yeah.
be named a couple different things in different areas. So
Yeah, the Hillary Clinton.
Oh.
I went there.
and then he's leaving. He's running away.
You know, I'd really love a coat hanger IPA.
there is a beer. There is a beer that I remember. I can't remember, but I remember seeing like a coat hanger beer before.
Me and Chris did harass John about all the different innuendo beers he could make with the Plan B name.
The Plan B coat hanger beer.
There's a lot of things he could do with that name.
The coat hanger ale, the kickboxing stout, let's
donkey
go to
punch.
Let's go to the top of the stairs.
What's that one, Chris?
The moose knuckle.
The Lost Craft.
Oh, the Revival Ale. It's a color beer.
Revival. Yep.
No, sorry, it's a Kolsch. It's a Kolsch.
That's actually a lady at my work, a lady who I wouldn't mind fornicating with. Hopefully she's not watching this. She is friends with somebody who started the Lost Craft Brewery or whatever the fuck it is. I know it's a contract brewery or whatever, but she's friends with the guy who owns that place.
Well, owns that brand.
Owns the brand, whatever. Basically, I'd like to have sex with her because she's hot.
Nice.
I just want to know what Chris thinks of this beer. I picked out a lot of his beers tonight, so.
Yes, you did.
Can you pick out his underwear for him too?
Yeah, they're purple.
Shut up. I don't know.
It must be sexy.
I thought they were.
They're made of purple fruit roll-ups.
Well, this beer's
Oh my
very
God.
easy drinking. That's for sure.
And that's why I thought you'd like it, sir.
That would be a Kolsch, yeah.
Very
We do have
easy.
comments. Thor the Hound says, well, they had a discussion here going on with, and Chris was in this about who would you rather sip beer off of, Mila Kunis or Scarlett Johansson?
Mila Kunis.
Johansson.
Yeah, I'd say Johansson as well. Honestly, Kunis is awesome. She's hot, but
The thing about Scarlett Johansson is I imagine she has a lot of Avengers semen on her.
I was just kind of thinking that Scarlett Johansson has more curves than Mila Kunis does, and it'd be much more interesting to try to capture the beer.
Don't get
At
me.
least,
Don't
at
get me
least
wrong.
what's her face? Scarlett actually shows up nude in some movies.
Hey, Radar.
Fuck! Radar's here. Holy shit!
Holy fuck, Radar actually made it.
Vincent Peters, maybe don't interrupt Vincent Peters, you jerk.
Vincent Peters.
Listen,
I go with Scarlett Johansson, really.
Yeah.
Amelia Kunis
Listen,
wouldn't be a bad deal.
I
Yeah.
just want it to be known that I would drink Budweiser out of either one of their buttholes.
Yeah, and here's the
Of
thing
course
with
you
Mila
would.
Kunis. There's a danger of banging your teeth on one of her bones because she's a little skinny. She's a little skinny compared to Scarlett Johansson. So I'm just saying.
Might break her.
Neither one of them are as hot as Rosie O'Donnell. Let's just throw that out there.
Yeah, you throw that
need a
out
lady.
there.
You need a lady with some meat on her bones, like Oprah.
Yeah, no.
I gotta tell you, I wouldn't mind banging an ape in heels like Michelle Obama.
Oh fuck!
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Damn it! That's not cool.
That's bad.
Michelle Obama's a fucking classy woman.
Okay, continue. We're ignoring him.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Angus Wengus says, "Who killed more Indians than John Wayne?" And then he answers himself by saying Union Carbide.
Andrew Jackson killed more Indians.
Thor the Hound says, "Chad, more naked ladies with big tits. Need more of that." He says, "Naked ladies with big titty and beer equals life." And then, Al Ohm.
I like this kid.
Yeah, and then Al Ohm, by the way, who earlier on said, "Good evening, all." He says, "Zardos, LOL."
Well, yeah, Zardoz is a good movie. Right there, Zardoz.
It is a good movie.
Like he must have just written that because I just got him.
The penis is evil. The gun is good.
Sean Connery makes a wonderful rapist.
He does. He's a total rapist in that movie. He's Mr. Rapity Raperson, for fuck's sakes.
How about Rowdy Roddy Piper? Hell goes
I mean, just look at him.
Oh, Roddy Piper and Hell Comes to Frogtown? Yeah, he's Mr. Rapity Raperson in that film as well.
The frogs want to sleep with him.
Yeah.
What was the big movie that Roddy Piper was in? Is that
They Live?
They Live.
They
Yeah.
Live. Yes.
That was awesome.
That featured the world's
I'm here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
I'm here to kick
No,
ass.
when he fought with that black guy, it freaking lasted forever because they kept going and going and going.
Yeah, and Piper was doing fucking wrestling moves in that fucking scene and shit, and they legit actually kind of beat the shit out of each other too because they were both injured after that fight. So
I loved Rowdy's movies.
Oh, Roddy Piper makes them freaking awesome.
What was the one that was basically
No,
a rip-off of a Jackie Chan movie, or was it reverse? Was it Jackie Chan ripped off him? I think his was Rumble in the Bronx, and there was one that was the exact same, basically. It was Jackie Chan.
Bronx and the Rumble.
Well, no, Jackie Chan.
Okay, then there's one Rowdy Piper did that basically was Jackie Chan.
Duke Nukem.
I
love how many fucking cult classic movies Duke Nukem stole lines from. Army of Darkness.
Yeah, that was taken mostly from Army of Darkness. For the record, does anyone watch Ash vs. Evil Dead?
Yes,
great show.
It is. It's a great show.
That show is fucking awesome. It is like everything about Evil Dead.
Motherfucker.
Not Evil Dead, like basically Evil Dead 2 and onwards. Like that show just encompasses it so well.
It does a better job than the movies actually did.
Yes. For the record, if anyone has the opportunity,
Blow it out your ass.
Okay, turn that off, you jerk. For the record, if anyone ever has the opportunity to see Evil Dead the musical, fucking watch it. It is so fucking worth it.
And sit in the splatter zone.
Oh, look at that. You can see my dick from here.
Sit in the splatter zone when you go to see that musical.
I've actually never sat in the splatter zone, but yeah, it's a fucking great music. Even if you're not into live stage plays or anything like that, go see Evil Dead the musical. You will not regret it.
What the fuck was that? Your girlfriend turned into a zombie. What the fuck is that?
What the fuck was that?
Your sister's a fucking zombie too. What the fuck was that? She ripped my pre-ripped Amber Crombie.
What the fuck was that? Yeah, no, that's just a fantastic. I can't wait for that to come back.
It is a great musical. I want them to put that on DVD. I would buy it and watch it over and over again.
It's like Evil Dead 1 and 2 redone, but better.
I'm looking at the stuff you guys wrote in the on Facebook there on that whatever video channel there. A GIF about me taking a fart.
Oh, that's hilarious.
There's a gift
That's
for
not a
him.
gif about you taking a fart. That's a gif about you fucking teabagging.
That was the best thing ever. I don't remember actually farting in that video.
Do you remember touching his bag?
No.
The other. He didn't say he didn't do it, guys. He said he doesn't remember.
Yeah, Guy remembers. Guy totally remembers that.
Listen, I will tell
That
you
was a hell of a good video, though. I mean, you gotta admit, that fart was awesome. Like,
Listen, I don't remember thing has gotten me out of so many sexual assault charges. Oh shit, we're still online.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Greg might be getting kicked off until we're offline at some point soon.
Listen.
Are we still live?
I've never done anything to a woman. It's mostly just Ewart and Joe that have sexually assaulted, so that's okay.
You're right. Nobody really cares if you sexually assaulted Joe.
I don't think Joe sexually assaulted anyone. He might have sexually insulted some people, but that's about it. That's right, Joe. I'm throwing it out there, bitch. Throw up. Fucking show up, bitch.
I like how we basically stopped talking about a certain person that won't be mentioned, and then Joe came in, and all of a sudden it was all over again. It all
Joe is the ultimate troll.
Joe caught the addiction. Is people didn't understand why our Chris was addicted to that, and then Joe caught the addiction. Now we're like, we understand. Joe is leading the way.
Mm-hmm. Where can I find which video was it that Chris Lishak? Yeah, you.
Chris
you wrote what? Yeah, I like Beach Boys. Good vibration.
That was
what video was that? I gotta find.
That wasn't me. That was
it's probably gone
Jamie
by now because he deletes all the comments.
Yeah, he deleted.
Yeah, that comment's gone. Those are gone. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was Jamie commenting like, "Oh, good vibrations."
Yeah,
or whatever it was.
Good.
On the first video.
Good vibrations.
On the first video that Geek put on yesterday night, what's his face? Peter's commented, and then the next comment is I put in that the link for Good Vibrations Beach Boys. I don't know if you saw it, but
I can't see his comments because he's got me like blocked or muted or whatever. So, he doesn't quite realize that he tried to like send me messages and respond to me, and I couldn't see them. They didn't even fucking come up my notifications because he's got me like blocked and shit. So he's that fucking dumb.
Oh fuck, Radar! I see your fucking comment where you put the video there. That's hilarious.
So I'm really excited to try this tomorrow night. The albino squid assassin.
Oh yeah. From the good Greg.
Yep.
No, the fuck you, Greg. He speaks with a fucking accent. We don't like people with accents here.
I do.
Yeah. What are you talking about? I love accents.
The best part was he sent this, and I mean he sent this from Ireland to here. The border did open up the box. All of his tape was cut, so the border opened up the box, saw 3 cans of beer, and closed the box up and sent it to me.
See, where was it open? Was it opened by the Irish or by the Canadian border?
I don't know which border opened it.
I'm thinking the Irish because they're like, beer, fine. Let it through.
Oh, he's sending beer? That's okay. That's a good mate.
Fuck that. Fucking yes. Fucking fit that through. It's lots of beer.
That's close to Irish.
Get him drunk. Get him drunk.
It's like a mix between Scottish and Irish, but whatever.
I think the Irish accent sounds like this sometimes.
Oh, it sounds like that.
No, not the Irish accent, you stupid fuck.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
Didn't mean to. Sorry. My name is Bob Jones. How can I help you, sir?
My name is Steve.
My name is Steve.
My name is Curry.
I've actually had those kind of calls right here. My name is Bob.
My name is Bob. My name is Bob. How can I help you, sir?
So
my name is
Bob.
Who's coming over to drink some beer with me? Who's coming to the Albino Rhino Beer Fest?
I'm coming to the Albino Rhino Beer Fest. I will be a married man at that point.
So your life is over. That's good.
Boy, you're fucked.
No,
Married
my
man,
lady
eh?
is pretty cool.
Don't even try to say no. Yeah, your life is over. Don't even fucking pretend.
Nah, my lady's pretty cool. We do our own thing.
Yeah, that's what every
Oh, yeah,
married
so-
man says. Yeah, we do
Yeah.
our own thing, which means I do what my wife says.
Every married man says that until about a week after he's married.
Yeah, we do our own thing, which is my wife tells me what to do, and then I just capitulate because I don't want the hassle.
Speaking of which, I have to go
That's
to
right.
bed, guys. I'm being told to go to bed, so I gotta go.
Oh,
you're-
man, you were.
Oh, man, you. Thank you for coming, Ewart. It was great to talk to you. Au revoir. I'll be in to see you soon.
Somebody wants some
See
old
ya.
man Ewart to service her.
Motherfucker.
Next week I'm taking down the title.
Next week, there's no more
Oh.
questions.
Next week you're going down on something.
Oh, your mama.
Sounds like a Rhino has to get a new fucking deck.
Oh, there's
Your
other
deck.
stuff I have, man. I have other beer stuff. I have a
Well,
lot
then-
of beer games.
Well, then good, because I want to fucking take fucking Nick down.
We
destroy
are
him.
done with the
Is that what?
tap your knowledge, though.
Do you have another beer trivia thing for next week?
I might.
Nice.
How about we just play Cards Against Humanity?
As much as I want to maintain my lead over Lee, I actually like the idea of the beer trivia in the chat.
Let's fucking clarify things here. You do not have a lead over me, sir.
I do now. You're no
You-
longer the fucking champ.
You were basically
You know what?
handed
What?
the victory
My-
by Rhino. You two pale motherfuckers were in collusion for the entire thing.
We were not.
If anyone was in collusion with me and could win easily, it would have been Chris because I could have let him see the cards. I didn't, but I could have.
No, it was too obvious. It was too obvious because two bartenders doing fucking
You
questions
couldn't,
about
you couldn't win
bartending.
against the old nature boy, man. Woo!
I'm going to destroy you, Nick. You won't see it coming. You won't see it coming, sir.
You watch out, sir. He's going to get on his bike and he'll be in New Brunswick in a week.
In a week.
I'm
More
going to
like
drink some
5
Barn
days.
Raiser from Oast House next.
Nice. Oh, they're canning their shit now, are they?
Can Barn Racer now?
Yep.
Awesome. That's cool.
So they're not quite as hipster. Do they actually sell their shit in the LCBO now? Or?
Just this one.
Yeah.
I still have my Saison Bearded Guard from 2014.
Oh, I'd watch out. man.
Wow.
Load.
I would probably drink that very soon.
Yeah, probably. Probably good.
Nah, age it for 19 more years.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did you know there's only one kind of Saison? You can age it for 4
Matt's got
months.
the idea. Because Matt's one of the greatest rappers in the world.
Dial on. Because you know what?
Because he spits on
I
fire.
need those sugar cookies with the Cambodian breast milks. That's what I need up in my shit right now. I think I just killed Nick.
I want you
Honestly.
to give me the sugar cookie.
What, I'm getting a sugar cookie?
Okay, gentlemen, I have to leave because I'm drunk. So that's happening.
That's
Well,
the
that-
time.
that-
That's having
Yeah.
fun.
You
See,
were
that's
there when
my
I was
problem. I
drinking.
Well,
always
Matt,
stay when
Matt,
I'm-
it was good to see you again.
It's nice seeing you again, Matt.
I
Yeah,
know.
Good to see you, sir.
I want to do this more. But until next time,
Until
Cheers,
next
sir.
time, fuck you.
You just get it right there. That is awesome to see him again. I miss Matt.
If only
Yeah,
we
he could
say
show.
Paul.
He could honestly show up a lot more than Greg could. I mean, and we'd be all okay with that.
Yeah, there you go.
You can suck
should be
my
one of our-
nasty balls.
Not that we don't like Greg.
I had to throw that at you, sir, because you just got super fucking salty all of a sudden.
You know,
So.
you know what? Not that we don't like Greg, but you know, Matt, he's awesome.
I'm not salty. I'm actually in a good mood. I just like to give people shit.
So you
Where's
just
Matt
have that
from?
sort of have that fucking.
Matt's from Pennsylvania.
He just sort of has that resting bitch face going on, and he's not super salty. Yeah,
Do I really have the resting bitch face? Is it like that?
you really did sort of have that
Yes.
going on there. It's like, oh, I'm not pissed off at all. Fuck all you guys. Fuck all you guys. Fuck all you
Fuck
guys.
you guys twice.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I want to fuck all you guys, but I'm not in a bad mood.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. I misunderstood apparently.
That's okay.
Oh, we got
No,
some.
it's
more.
Just like you misunderstood most of the questions tonight.
Hey, Lee, check the comments.
Oh no, fuck
Yeah.
you, Nick. I'm gonna open up that asshole of yours and just have my way with you.
Let's go to the comments. Thor the Hound says threesome with Mila and Scarlet, which I approve of that. He says
Why not?
Mr. Swingus says Roddy Piper the movie. They live. Thor the Hound says big titties slapping in your face. It doesn't matter who's president. It doesn't matter if the world is about to end. At least you're going out like a champ.
There you go.
Maria Mohammadi says, hey boys. Thor the Hound says you guys need to check out Gavin McInnes on How's It Going A. And then Aria Mohammed says, how you doing, Rhino? How do I join the video chat?
Okay, first of all, I want to say threesome with Scarlett Johansson. You, Scarlett Johansson. Who is the third person? That's what I want.
Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis, yeah, that's who he said.
Okay, that's perfect. I thought it was like me, Scarlett Johansson, and Vincent, and I was gonna say, yeah.
It's kind of a.
He's good as long as Radar's in it.
Should I wear my Zardoz lingerie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have it, you really should, yes.
I
That's
should
what-
look it up on eBay if they have them. If I see something like that.
I don't think it's going to be too hard to
Yeah,
make
fine.
that.
No, it's red underwear and 2 belts.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of fabric required, yeah.
Halloween costume next year.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could wear that to work. I would, too.
And all you have to do is tell Scarlett Johansson that the penis is evil, the gun is good. And then tell her that your penis is a gun.
It's either that or I dress up in my Gumby
I
suit.
would still wear that
Oh
at
my
work.
God, it's Arya. I don't know who that is.
Hey, what's up, guys?
She's a good person.
What up?
Hey, sir.
Hey.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you, guys. How are you?
Yeah, not bad.
You still down in Cali, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, good memory. Yeah, I am. Good memory,
Nobody
man.
else in my life has ever said I had a good memory.
No, yeah. I got off working 12 hours today, so I'm really.
When I got married on Canada Day, and I told my wife it was so we had fireworks every anniversary, but really it was so I couldn't forget the date.
For the record, Chad, you're an asshole for having your wedding on a long weekend, making people cancel their plans so they can go see your fucking matrimony, piece of shit.
Hey, most of my family was from 9 hours away, so they needed the 3-day weekend if they wanted to come.
I'm sure they came all over your face.
Yeah. Did you need a 3-day weekend to come? What's going on?
No, I needed about 5 minutes.
There we go.
I see.
What, 5 minutes to come?
Me.
Well, at one point it was 30 seconds when I used to try to spread albino like an STD, but I got past that.
That's funny. So, what are you drinking right now?
Right now, I am on to Osthouse's Barn Raiser, which is basically the most blah beer I've had all night.
Yeah,
Is that an American?
Beers fucking suck.
Is that an American invention or is that a Canadian thing?
That is from right here in the Niagara region, Niagara on the Lake.
Oh. Gotcha. Ooh. What was that?
I've also had some Smokey the beer, about 4 Stiegel Radlers,
Nice.
Side Launch Dark,
Uh-huh.
Stonewall Light, and I had Kevin's Fault, which is the most disgusting beer I had all night.
Oh, unfortunate.
That was a wheat beer mixed with a black IPA.
Ugh.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Look what I'm drinking right now.
No, I haven't found the Zardoz suit on eBay.
1050. You're gonna make Lee angry.
I'm not angry. What the fuck are you talking about?
You can't
I wish
get
I had-
1050, sir.
I wish I had some, but I'm not angry about it.
You're angry about everything.
I'm not angry about everything. Fuck you.
You seem to
Now
be
you're
angry
making
about
me
losing
angry.
weight.
Now you're making me angry, bitch.
I wish your camera was on because you're getting to the point where you might fall off your bed.
I think it was the
No,
gin.
get to the point where I fucking knock you off your chair.
It was $13.50.
For what, a 4-pack, 6-pack?
No, for a single.
$13.50 for a single.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. That's about 16 Canadian.
Yeah, what are they in New York? Joe isn't here to correct me, but I think they were something like $4 a can in New York. Maybe
Jesus.
less, maybe 3. It's been a long time since I bought them. I don't remember. They come in 4-packs. I know that, but where I used to go, Premier Gourmet sold them as singles as well. I just can't remember what a single cost.
It's like motor oil.
It's great motor oil.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's $13 a can great, but it's great nonetheless.
No. Wow, that's just an insane
It's like
price.
Hershey syrup. And the rumor has it they're going to do a death by coconut version too.
Oh, Joe will be all over that.
Yeah.
He needs all the coconut. You know what the biggest problem with these BDUs are now, guys? Since my wife is
other than the fact you're hosting them?
Well, other than the fact that I'm hosting them. The biggest problem with BDU is that now my wife is ridden off work, so I don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning, so I can get stupid drunk.
How is that different from any BDU you've ever been
Well,
on?
I have to wake up at 6 in the morning, and then I'm dead for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
Now,
how's that
now I
different?
can get up at like 11.
Again, how's that different from any BDU you've ever been on?
Because I can get up at 11.
You've always got stupid drunk on BDU. What the fuck are you talking
But
about?
I always had to get up at 6.
Who cares when you're getting up? That has nothing to do with BDU.
Yes, it does. It's BDU's fault that I feel like I'm dead when I wake up.
What a crybaby.
Oh,
It's
listen, you're just
12.5.
angry that you lost the championship.
I'm not mad. I'm going to regain my championship. It doesn't matter.
You'll never regain your championship. You're
I
done.
will regain my championship, so go fuck yourself.
I got these today. I got a 4-pack of Smutty Nose Baltic Porter.
How is that?
I don't know. I haven't drank them yet. I have one over there to review. I have one over there to keep. I gave one to Chris, and I have this one that I'm going to give to the Better Greg's buddy tomorrow when I drop off this package of beer.
Fuck you.
Are you beer trading now or no?
I don't do many.
I was going to say, because last time I talked to you to do a beer trade, you didn't want to do it.
How much is a plane ticket from California to whatchamacallit, Niagara Falls cost?
You probably would have to go to Mississauga, would be my guess.
Probably like
Yeah,
$1,000.
Mrs. fucking Saga.
I don't know.
Probably
But
more
as
than
I
it costs to fly from New Brunswick to Mississauga.
Probably less.
More than you can afford.
Oh, and I also picked up Bourbon County this year too, early.
Nice. Did you get one of the infected batches?
No, this year's. So I think the 30.8% one, if I'm correct, it's the infected one, I think. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
Greg, you are so drunk it's not even funny.
Am
Well,
I?
actually, it is kind of funny.
I'm not
It's
really
always
even
funny
that
when
drunk. I'm actually more tired than drunk, but
Oh, good. Keep your camera on.
no, I'm gonna go to bed soon. I'll turn my camera off and I'll turn it on with my
It's so
dick
good.
showing.
That sounds very unlike you, sir. You're more prone to fucking falling asleep on camera, so you should just keep up that trend.
Yeah, especially because you're like the only person that falls asleep on camera that we haven't gotten on camera yet.
Yeah.
Luck on that. Brewery
No,
beers for you.
that's not true. Lee totally got me on camera.
Yeah, but he deleted it before I could put it on Facebook.
Oh, because then he made that Photoshop of me dreaming of Erica.
Yeah, and that's why I
Yeah.
couldn't put it on Facebook.
Oh, Lee, you'll love this. We love this at my work there yesterday. A couple had a little baby. You could see they're like metalheads. The baby had a one-piece suit of Cannibal Corpse.
What?
Not joking.
What style is that?
was awesome thing I've ever seen. Like a one-piece little suit for a baby was like maybe 6 months old. Cannibal Corpse, the band.
Hey, I did. For some of the Albino Rhino beer review swag, I did and one of them sold. I hope it was a woman that bought it and not a guy. But if a guy bought it, more power to you. It was a thong with my face on it.
From back when you were spreading albino like a plague.
Wait, can you still buy those?
Probably.
I totally will buy one for Agnes.
I'll go see if I can find the link to my other store. It wasn't my Spreadshirt store, it was my other store, and they were like $4 each. It was awesome. It was so cheap.
Oh, holy fuck! I'll
That's almost like
think of
it's almost like a guarantee you'll never get Agnes pregnant because it'll like scare her ovaries to death.
No, it would excite
her ovaries will just
He takes her pants off, there's my face, he gets excited, she's pregnant within a day.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, do you guys get brewery in Canada yet, or no?
I don't believe so.
Because I got
you can probably get it in Alberta. I would guess that Jordan and Lee and all them can get it in Alberta, but it's not in Ontario.
Yeah, no.
I have this year's Black Tuesday if anybody wants one.
Arya is the
Black
white
Friday.
whale hunter. He finds all the rare beers.
No, it's not even that. I'm a member of the Reserve Society now.
That's racist.
Ooh.
All right, guys. I gotta work tomorrow again, so I'll see you later.
Let's see the radar.
Off my screen.
Nice to see you dropping later.
Yeah.
Vincent, aren't you gonna fuck
You know,
girls?
you know we fucking love you, man.
Yeah.
Oh God, Nick is really drunk.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
we're
you all are really.
Well, I'm the fucking winner, man. I got a right to be fucking drunk tonight.
None of you are more drunk than I was at Geese 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Those reviews.
slur your
There
speech.
you go.
We know Gigi's butthole is still.
I don't have to fucking work tomorrow, so I don't fucking care.
Nick, what a
I gotta
disgrace.
work at fucking 8
You're a
tomorrow.
fucking disgrace. You lost.
What
You're
a
no longer the-
goddamn
Good night, Vincent.
You're not the champ anymore.
Do we have any comments, Lee?
You're not even my real
Fuck
dad.
you, Lee. I'm pretty sure Rhino is most of our dads.
Lee doesn't feel happy.
That's why I get great
That
hairs,
actually
because
is Lee
it's
Happy.
albino.
That's Lee Happy right over there.
Let's see. Northern Hound says maybe it's my Slavic heritage, but I'm just happy with a bottle of Svedka. Love my beer, but I refuse to drink shitty beer like Bud Light.
Fuck
And Thorda Hounds also says he's tired. We need more strippers. No,
Strippers. I worked with enough strippers in my time as a bouncer. I don't need strippers.
Are you still at the casino?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Ixnay on the work name is.
No, because last time I talked to you, you were at the casino.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The one in...
Hint.
I don't remember.
Hint. There you go. So, what's new?
What you doing?
Any hot sauce for you?
What you thinking about stuff and stuff?
What you thinking about?
Stuff.
Like, I don't know.
My job is to drink beer. I'm going to do it right now.
Fuck yes.
Okay. There you go.
I'm thinking about leaving him plotting Nick's demise right now. So
Just like I plotted your demise last week, and I fucking did it. I fucking did it. I fucking won.
You basically had your
I
hand
am the
held.
king, baby.
You had your head
Since
held
Lee is
in your
planning to
lip.
leave,
These are
and we have
shoes,
no
we're going to
comments,
your
and these
house.
two are idiots, we're going offline, and then we can actually talk about other things.
Fuck you, Nick. I'm the
Alcoholic.
champ.
Fuck you.
Alcoholic